This is the Levels Network. I'm Justin Horo, joined by the Triple OG Willie Mason and the bro Lukey Stowe. And boys, it's not coming home. It ain't coming home.
Sucked in. Nah, I mean, to all our English friends,
Yeah.
I would have loved for it to come home. I mean, or just to be just halfway home, get to the final, and then get beat.
Devastating.
And then you guys get beat. So it really, really hurts.
I've got a hot take for you on our friends, our Pommy friends.
Yeah. And the Frenchies. And the Frenchies as well. Suck shit to the Frenchies too.
Yeah, not as much when you've got, you win something, you lose more and all that.
Sorry. You had $5 on him. You had $5.
I had five a win on
Yeah,
France
that's
as well,
better. Yeah, so he's a little bit sensitive.
I was going to leave the frogs out of it.
Yeah.
You know, with the Pommies, this is the way, after living over there, Mace, and I want to ask you this question as well.
Yeah.
You know the sort of rivalry and view and hate that Aussies have for the Poms? Do you think it is reciprocated? Do you think it goes both ways?
Not really, because they're our colonisers. Well, if you really think about it, they don't give a fuck about us.
No, during the Ashes in cricket and stuff. 100%.
Go on, push your case, Lukey, because I've got a case for it. Go.
It's just we're not as good as football or soccer to compete with them, so we just kind of let it slide. No. But we were over there for the Ashes. We were pumping them. We were fucking talking
equal with
shit.
every other sport.
We destroy them in
football.
cricket.
Every other thing,
every other sport, take, and this is going to upset a lot of people.
Every other sport,
Yep.
apart from soccer or football or whatever you do, we fuck with them easy. We're toe to toe with them. I don't. Do you think it's reciprocated how much that we hate the Poms and they hate us?
No,
I don't think so. I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I don't think they give a fuck about what we do.
You think it's a good rivalry, Lukey, and continue to put?
No, I'm sticking up for us heading into them, but your perspective is them getting into us.
Yes.
So you don't think they respect
so after
us.
living over there,
I think they look at us as fucking. Fuck off. Fucked you off on. You convicts. You fuckwits.
I'll give you the comp, and I've got the perfect comp. As a kid growing up, and Kiwis, because we've got a huge Kiwi audience. So in New Zealand, before a lot of Kiwis moved to Australia, there's a big rivalry between Australia. Australia don't see it that way as well.
No.
So Australia are looking like they look at, Australia and New Zealand next to each other, but it's more like, yeah, we like that. Like New Zealand are cool. Like we're good with New Zealand. And for a lot of Kiwis grow up like, fuck Australia. We're going to get him in the rugby, and because that's the example of cricket. So your example for Australia is getting him in the Ashes. For us in New Zealand, we dominate you in union. Like you can latch onto a sport, whatever example it may be, but it's sort of little brother against big brother.
Yeah.
Right? And I was thinking about it like people getting into the Poms, and the way that as a kid, I remember my relatives used to come over and going, fuck, Aussies are all right. Like they'd move over here and they go, Aussies are cool. Like Aussies are good. Yeah. And we'd be like, because I didn't know anything different. So I'd be like, yeah, Aussies are the fucking best. Yeah, we get them. And we hate Aussie back home. Yeah. Now, let me know if this still exists, because this was something maybe a 90s, 2000 kid went through. And I know this is a weird tangent, but when I was over in England and anything that was on sporting, whether it's global, this is just an example with the World Cup, mate, the Poms were rat's ass. I mean, the Ashes is a big deal for sure, and there's probably some back and forth. But aside from that, it's like they look at Aussie and they're just like, Aussie ain't the ones. The actual hate and disdain is for France. And again, similar to punching up rather than down, they all hate the fucking Yanks.
Yeah,
they all hate America. So and then I think everyone's united in hating America.
You just got to go think about the wars, right?
Yeah.
We're the little brother to England.
Yes,
England's the big dog, right? They've had fucking big wars with France fucking thousands of years, so that goes to history. That's history and history. That's genuine hate. That is genuine hatred between the Frenchies, and they colonised like the Poms. I mean the Yanks, and the Yanks have fought against that and all those wars and everything like that. So it's deep entrenched with the French shit and the Yanks. Mm-hmm. Us, we just fuck. Go to Australia.
We're so far away as well.
Because we're like, we just seen half Irish, Scottish, all Yanks. Yeah. I mean, not Yanks, fucking English, all that kind of stuff. Just send them back over here to start there, to colonise us, to start a whole thing. That's how it starts. They don't look at us and go, fuck, we're competing with Australia. They don't give a shit. They're competing with the rest of the world.
I lived in Europe for 4 years. I didn't see any news on Australia until the Ashes was on. That was it. Yeah. That's it. Like, that's anything that's
what I know. So, I know.
When the excitement for Aussies, when they're like, fuck yeah, the Poms are out. We got them. Like,
I just know how much it sucks. They don't give a fuck about what we think. But I just think it sucks. I think it's funny that football is their main sport, right? They pump billions and billions of dollars into it, and they just can't win the main thing, the World Cup, which I think is funny.
I do,
right? Because I don't give a shit. You might as well not even fucking be in it.
You guys come in the other way when you come to the studio. I have to cross George Street where like Cheers Bar and stuff is.
Yeah.
There's just sad people everywhere. It's the best.
I can't just, I mean, I get it. I mean, people just love sport. They just really, but soccer takes it to a whole nother level, right?
Yeah.
We think rugby league, you see Origin, passionate, all that sort of stuff. That is a whole nother level of love for your country.
Yeah.
Like the English, the French, like, like Brazil, Netherlands, all these countries, like they're in tears, the Spanish and everything like that. If you don't, Argentina, all they're so emotional, so invested in it, which I love. Me personally couldn't get invested in that, anything sport-wise, apart from my family. That's it. Everything else can fuck off sport-wise. But people are different. People are built different. They love their sport. But I just find it funny because how fucking entrenched they are in that Pommy jersey, right? And how much they want them to win so much since 1966, and they still keep getting fucking beat. Beat, and they fucking got beat again.
I wonder if your level of professionalism, getting to as high as you did, mixing and mingling with people like stars, different athletes over the years, has diminished your love for sport. Do you think?
Yeah,
Do you think you would have been a huge fan maybe of other sports, if you didn't reach the peaks that you did?
Yeah, because then you start mingling and you start talking to other guys who are on your like
see them as humans rather than...
I see them all as like actual just human beings, like Tim Cahill and like all our best athletes, you know what I mean? Like I've met Usain Bolt, like he's cool, like they're all just like normal people.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, it sort of humanizes them really, like, because I don't know, you don't put them on a pedestal.
For sure.
Never on a pedestal. It's just like, they're just exactly like us. They're just really good. They're just really good at what they did.
I still get starstruck when I meet Cam Smith at a game and I'm commentating.
Or when we met Billy at Manly that day, when we walked past Billy up the stairs.
Yeah, Billy,
I was like, geez, that's Billy.
Even when the Channel 9's crew set up, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
But it's, you don't have to answer this, but like, it's a question that people use on like TikTok and stuff like that. Who would be the most famous person in your phone? Or equally, who's the most famous person you've met from your endeavours back in the day?
The other day, I think, I met Heath Ledger.
That's pretty big.
Little Larry before, big Larry with him in 2003.
Wow.
Him and Sam, the guy from Avatar, Sam Worthington. Yeah,
that's a
little two-day in 2003. Met at the courthouse on a Sunday morning. Yeah, that went left. Oh God!
I remember the Roosters boys were talking about sending him out one night with them as well around that same time. When we were younger, like a couple of younger boys
up there, like for Aussies, and like I don't know. Trying to think about that. There's a couple of really big dogs in France. Yeah, and when I was in England and got introduced to some really big names. Yeah,
Beast Mode's pretty cool. Like Marshawn Lynch is a big one.
Like that's a recent one.
But he would only be really like American.
Yeah.
Like famous in America over
like Ronaldo. I met Ronaldo.
Which
Cristiano?
one?
Cristiano.
R9?
Yeah.
No,
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was that at?
In Manchester and Rooney and all those sort of blokes. We're privy to meet those guys.
When you went to that training session?
Yeah, we just met those guys and then like...
Yeah, but like... Met them. Like you went out, had a beer or anything like that.
Oh, no, I think he was really young.
Yeah. He would have been like 19, 20 back then.
Yeah, but like, soccer players are held in like different regard over there.
Even like the young, you've told me that when you got Harry Kuehl, like sorted you guys out in Leeds.
Yeah,
like,
Paducah, all those sort of blokes. Cool. So when Aussies are abroad, you get looked after. If you're with the Aussie team and like just say you're Harry Kuehl or Dukes and that, they just hold down the whole city for you. They're like, Aussie boys are in.
Who's yours?
Let them go.
Have you got anyone?
My favourite, Justin Horo.
I was going to say Mace has got me covered.
No, I was just trying to think. And I was just because I've come across
You've had a Larry's with a few NRL stars.
Few little
Mace on.
Yeah.
Have you had a beer with Joey yet? With us?
Nah. We were at the races with Joey.
Yeah.
But he was just on the punt, but we weren't really with him.
Yeah.
It's weird because those guys, because I look at those guys as friends, right?
Yeah.
It's like, Joey and JT and all the guys that are really like fucking immortals and all that sort of stuff. They're like good friends of mine. So I don't look, and I never looked at like sports people in that way anyway. When I was coming through, I was like, fuck, that's cool.
because of your status, I reckon.
Yeah, I know, but even when I was young, when I was like 15, 16, I was like, that's fucking cool. Yeah. I'd love to be that, but I never would be like fanboying like massively, right? I wanted to be that, but I'd never be like chasing it and just like idolizing them and like being like that.
I think it doesn't sound like a huge, but like Joel Parkinson. When we were with Joel Parkinson, I remember
Parko's a big deal,
when
man.
I was with Mason Parko.
Yeah, Mick Fanning, Joel Parkinson. Yeah, see guys like that.
Yeah, they're a big deal.
See guys
they're
like that.
worldwide too.
Worldwide.
Guys like that, my mate, like they're like Mick Fanning and Joel Parkinson. They're just mates.
Yeah.
Our GSP was good. Met GSP, good.
Oh yeah,
John Bones, yeah. A couple of UFC big dogs, yeah.
Big John Bones.
Well, met GSP in St. Tropez. It was sick.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It was good, yeah.
Yeah.
Comment in the comments who's the best. Give us your what's
and I'm not just saying meeting them. Like we were all day with GSP.
Yeah.
There's mad photo in there. I think it's on one of my first pics on Instagram.
I told you that time I was in Double Bay and I was having a Steph Curry and Vince Vaughn was in town and he asked me for a lighter. I gave him a lighter.
Did he?
Yeah, for a ciggy, yeah. Have I told you that one?
No,
that was before YKTR days. Yeah.
That's cool.
That was cool. I was like, fucking hell.
Cool. There you go.
I was like, fucking hell, Vinny, what's up, baby?
Yeah.
And he got straight in the car. He was with a group of like 5 or 6 people. He was hanging out in the club that I was at the whole time, but didn't chat to him. And then I was outside. And
there's some cool guys. It's all like rappers and stuff like I met The Game, I met Ice Cube, I met Snoop, I've met all these. That's at a whole nother level because my mate Sai, shout out to Sai, used to bring out all the biggest hip hop guys, and we got to meet them straight up after there and just hang out with them, go to the clubs and that with them, and all that. So I'm lucky just to meet all these guys, but I just never wanted one of these guys who fanboy anyone at any level, right? Like because they're just normal people. And then you find out when you do have a beer with them and you have a chat, they're just normal dudes. They want to be treated like that.
I guess probably the most famous person I've met would be when I was at the Comedy Store in LA and I was having a piss and I looked to my right and it's Theo Von.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
In the toilet?
Yeah. So got outside and then we took a selfie. We talked about podcasting.
Oh, you actually went out and took a picture with him?
Yeah. I got a photo with him.
Right. Yeah, that's it. That's your best.
That's my
your
best. Yeah,
for sure. That's
and we spoke for about a minute about podcasting, how he does his show and stuff like that.
He's cool, man. I like him.
Yeah.
Out of all the podcast comedians, he's good.
Yep. All right, this one comes from Greg, and he's not going to like the start. Hey, great footy pod, but geez, they're long. Many times I don't have the time to listen to the whole thing. Greg, so what you can do is, our man Lukey Live here, Lukey left, what he does is he puts timestamps. He puts timestamps on the show. So just go to your favourite parts. Yeah. If you just want to skip through the waffle that we just went, was about 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah. Good chat. And then get into the footy stuff or look for your teams or look for the games that we're talking about. And we're going to start off with YouTube replies. And it's the Jarome Luai news now. It has been confirmed. He's off to Parramatta, Maze.
Yeah, we called it.
It ended up being a good spot. Didn't it? Here is a question from Dean Casson, and then we can all just flow and sort of put a little bit of a bow on Jarome Luai to the Parramatta Eels as well. Hey lads, big fan of the show. Just on the Tiger situation, do you think the club's change of heart on potentially letting Jarome Luai go had something to do with Josh Schuster? He's on a training trial at the moment, and by all reports, he's been really impressive. If they can sign him on a club-friendly deal, maybe they're thinking they could use the money saved from Luai's contract to strengthen the rest of the squad. This season has shown the Tigers don't really have the depth to compete when injuries hit. So instead of having one player on big money, could they be better off spreading their cap across 2 or 3 quality depth signings? Interested to hear what you boys think. Thanks again. The show definitely helps get me through these cold mornings on site.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he has got anything to do with it, but it would be about divvying the money up to boost up a couple of those guys. That would be, your next man up sort of mentality. Yep. To give those guys, as we said, from 20 to 25, right? You got 1 to 18 sorted, right? Then once they go down, about 4, 5, 6 of them, which was unfortunate from this year, they just fucking can't win, right? And they could have made do if they were just benchies or something like that, not your big dog players, right? So they were a bit unlucky there. So I understand what they're trying to do. Look, it's gotten a little bit ugly. At least it's just gotten straight to the point now. He's signed with Parramatta. He's done it. It's worked out for the Tigers. It's worked out for Jarome. It's not messy, which I thought it was going to get a bit Lionel Messi. So they got rid of that. But yeah, it's about getting those guys around about, on the 21, 22, 23, 24 on that list and on the roster to go, boosted them up a little bit, incentivized to stay. And if they're thinking about, going to another club, because most of these guys, they have a lot of talent, right? But they're not seen as NRL players yet, but their fucking managers and their family and that are telling them they're superstars, you're superstar. Yeah. You're fucking not, right? That's why you're on that, list right there. And so I think it's a point where the club can go, right, here's another 50 grand, 100 grand or whatever to stay. And you could do that to about 5 or 6 players with that much money, with 600,000.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's what they're trying to do. And it's very admirable from Luai what he's done, right? You know, he could have dug his heels in, being an arsehole and just went, nah, staying here. Wouldn't have looked good for anyone.
Yeah, it wouldn't
wouldn't have looked good for Luai. Wouldn't have looked good for the club. The club's handled 2 massive dramas pretty fucking well. The Galvin thing and now this.
Yeah.
Like in 2 years, you wouldn't expect Benji would be thinking, fuck me, what else can happen?
Yeah.
He's handled it like a gentleman, like a professional, Benji. I've got to give him props for this. I reckon he's been outstanding. What he's been saying, how he's been saying it. The the Galvin thing, you know, like he handled that unreal. He had full strength, full support from all the players. I'm like, all right, tick 1. Yeah, Luai, everybody like that. And then Luai comes back to the table and goes, fuck, an offer I can't refuse. All right, let's sit down again. Let's do it again. We'll see how we can work things out. They've worked it out, got on with it, signed with Parramatta, done. Right? That's within 2 weeks. Yep. And both was in the Galvin thing hung on for a little bit.
Yep.
But this one has just gone bang, bang, thank you. Let's finish the year off good. And I credit that to Benji. Not the club. Not the Tigers club. Benji. He's been the one who's been fronting everything and been saying the right things.
Well, yeah, he's the face of the franchise.
He's the face of the franchise, but he's been saying the right things, and I'm like, well done.
Yeah. I'd like to think, and I'd really like to hope, because I like both of them. I like Benji and I like Jerome. Hopefully this is a part of, you know, sort of like, probably not the best description for it, but a quick kill. Yeah. Get it done.
Yep.
Therefore, Benji can start the plan, as we talked about. I will just say, just quickly circle back on the Josh Schuster stuff. I think he is a small part, but a part of the decision to let go of Jerome as well, because as I said before, it gives Benji and the Tigers an opportunity to see what could present themselves in the halves. I hear that Josh Schuster's going well, and I'm excited for him, and I hope he does. If he can, you know, flourish and become an NRL first grader again, I'll be pumped for him. I think it's more about Javon Andrews. Javon Andrews is a young kid that they've got huge raps on, that's playing New South Wales Cup now, that played pre-season challenge this year. He's come through the system, so now they'll get a good look at him next year.
Yep.
Like when you removed Jerome out of the picture, Javon would have been probably more, and he might even get an opportunity at the back end of the year. Like if they're going like a busted.
I hope so.
If they're going like a busted, and by the way, like I don't watch New South Wales Cup. I don't watch the juniors, but you just hear enough that, all right, there's a fair bit of hype around this.
There's always a young kid.
There's a Cade Reed. There's the Mitch Woods. You hear them all, right? But like I don't watch those games. All I do is like, all right, people are excited about him. So it gives them an opportunity to look at Javon Andrews, maybe by the end of the year, through pre-season, give him some reps and figure out if he can partner with Adam Dewey.
You'd hope he'd get a few starting games by the end of the year.
Well, the other option is...
pending on if they're fully out, you know.
Sorry,
just say you'd think he'd get a couple of reps in, like fully starting games, right? By the end of the year, if they're completely out,
mathematically out,
yeah, like in the last 3 or 4 rounds, you'd be like, "Oh, well, here's the future. Let's fucking give him a start."
Yep. The other option is Latu Fainu. It's now or never for Latu. He's been given a couple opportunities. Sort of been their hybrid player. Definitely got some skill. He's got his brothers there too. That must I would have loved to have played with my brothers, mate.
Especially 2 of them. You'd love to play with one of them.
Exactly right. 2. You know, just to get the opportunity to play with your brothers is a bit of a brotherhood.
It should be fucking enough to even like to get you back in the lab, because he's at a different position than his brothers. His brothers are hitters, line hitters, and they're edge players. He's a halfback. He's an organizer. He's got to do all this other shit that doesn't come natural to him.
But the difference was once Benji made the decision at the back end of last year to go with Dewey and Luai, he had to change his body shape and roll a little bit because he was playing that hybrid middle role. Yeah, now he gets to focus in, all right, let's get into the preseason. Probably don't have to have those extra couple of kilos that you would have had to have if you're playing through the middle and you want to play that Dylan Walker role. Now he gets an opportunity to compete with Javon Andrews, Jock Madden, Josh Schuster, if Josh Schuster. And again, if we always talk about depth, right? And we were glazing the Warriors, and deservedly so. Mate, they've got 4 or 5 options in the halves. Yeah. So the Tigers have the opportunity now with Jerome's money to have a look at it and go, let's have 4 guys compete and try to be the dude. And that's what the Warriors would have been looking at a couple of years ago. Now they've all gone, for years I've said I hate iron sharpens iron in the halves, and I still do.
No, it doesn't work.
I think the Warriors is a unique. Warriors are an outlier
because they're iron doesn't sharpen iron in the halves if you've got a premier half, right? And then you got another bloke who's just as good now. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't work like that. But when you got like your Metcalfs, your boys, Chanels, and then you got like Tamari Martins, like they all fucking had moments in their careers. Like that's when it works.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't want to be out of this team because you know you can make a big run. Like, but where the Tigers going to be in that position where it's like, okay, you got one of the best halves to play the game under Benji, under his tutelage, you should be able to fucking learn something.
Yeah.
If the fucking coach whisperer over there, the half whisperer, fucking Webby, if he can get the best out of those guys who were, Tamari Martin's he's played tests, right? He would have played a couple, and then he had a few little health
the neck injury put him out for a couple of years.
all that sort of stuff, and he's come back, and like they've all got a lot of talent. Like he's been lucky with a group of halves that he's got. No one thought Metcalf was going to be Metcalf. No one thought Boyd was going to be Boyd, but those other two were always decent players.
Yeah, even Chanel had a year off to go travelling.
But did he go? Did he just to go travelling?
Yeah, I did some
journaling. Yeah, I thought right.
He travelled to Europe. It wasn't a year off on the piss. He went over to Europe, did some journaling. No,
that's good.
And,
says a lot about him.
Yeah,
his character.
Yeah. So, Tamati played for the Kiwis from 2016 to 18. Like when he hit the scene, he was a big deal. I'm pretty sure he started at the
fullback, man.
No, he started at Penrith. He was in the juniors at the Tigers.
Penrith,
got a crack at Penrith, went up to the Cowboys where he really flourished. Him and Michael Morgan were starting to develop a pretty decent combination post JT.
Then the neck hit him, and then
Tigers
got some. They're heading in the right direction, right? But obviously, if you're a Tigers fan, you're sick of hearing that shit. They just got to be about it, mate. There's just get in there. They've built enough around, regardless of Luai. They've built enough around that team that can say, okay, let's just can we have a crack at the 8?
Yeah.
Without Luai, regardless.
I just want to talk about the Luai recruiting narrative. Have you? Yeah. So do you want to talk about this, Lukey?
I do. It's annoying me as well.
Yeah. So there has been a number of people in the media, and I'm not just saying this to protect a couple of people, but there's been multiple people. I don't know, often in the media it's a bit of a copycat. Like if you see someone have a good take, sometimes it gets recycled and turned into their own thing. There's a narrative around Luai being a recruitment tool for PNG.
Oh yeah.
And people there in the comment section are writing, and people have said that the Tigers.
That's why they're getting rid of him, because he's going to be recruiting everyone.
Should be moving on.
Who the fuck's he going to recruit?
Jerome Luai. Where did that come from, and why has that been put on Jerome?
Gal was big on that as well. Gal had a big take on it.
I think Gal was the initial.
Gal
went hard. Gal was just saying. Gal was just saying. I see how they want to get rid of him because of he's the biggest recruitment tool for PNG.
Yep.
Like you don't really want that guy with his influence, trying to get like a young Fayunu. You get one of those Fayunus, you get 3, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you just sort of don't want that, little bit of just, even if it's not going to happen, which it probably wouldn't happen, you don't want the chance of that happening. I understand from Gal.
I think it'd be naive to think that it would not happen. Like he's gonna, like if you're thinking about it, you would go, hey, why? If you're in the locker room with him, or if you're just having a coffee with him, you go, what? Like, why'd you make that decision? I think that's a fair question to ask him. I don't see that as recruiting.
Like conversations like that might happen about stuff that he'd gone over, but like, I just want to get back to the narrative around Jerome doing it.
Yeah,
and why is it a thing with Jerome? I'm asking you. I want to ask you.
I honestly don't think that he'd be like that'd be on the top of his mind going, fuck, I'm going to go into train and start recruiting.
Yeah.
Like they're not.
Because people were worried about it at Parramatta. So I want to ask, do you have any concerns at Parramatta with him recruiting at Parramatta on a 1-year deal?
I just think it's a bit of a cheap headline because it's not like, oh, who's PNG? What's this team? Oh, it's not like you're finding out about the opportunities financially that you can get through PNG through Jerome.
Exactly.
You know them.
Yeah.
They're there.
So I'm asking you this question, boys,
I think it's cheap.
Because I think there are people that are concerned about it at Parramatta. There were people concerned about it in Tigers. I see the comments section as well. And I find it extremely, extremely strange that it's coming up with Jerome specifically.
Well, Tyrone Wishart's not getting heat for recruiting people to Perth Bears.
I've got some examples. Tyrone Wishart's probably not on Jerome's level, right? But I'm talking about franchises. So does anyone at the Broncos have a problem with Payne Haas recruiting for the Broncos this year to go to South next year?
No.
Like why? Why hasn't that been brought up?
No, because it's just like people just love having a crack at Luai.
And then, all right, I'll throw another example at you because it's pissed me off.
Yeah, they always have a crack at him, mate, all the time.
Does anyone have a problem with Alex Johnston and Connor Watson at the Roosters and Rabbitohs recruiting for PNG?
No.
They're signed. Why is it being put on him that he was
low-hanging fruit, mate? Low-hanging fruit, and it's just bullshit.
It's one of the worst. I know. Fans get on board.
That's what I mean. And look what time of the year it is. Look what time of the year it is.
Yeah.
No Origin talk. Nothing's happening. Now it's all Luai. Now it's all the narrative like he's going to recruit. He's not fucking recruiting anything. He's recruited himself.
Yeah.
He's going to New Guinea. If you want to get on board, get on board. If not, stay where the fuck you are. He does not give a fuck. He'll be recruiting more Penrith players than anything. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
What's Bizza doing?
Yeah, I'm not disputing his. I go for your life and recruit, but I don't think it's an issue. Like,
does he get incentivized to recruit?
Well, apparently,
like he does. Like that's bullshit.
That was part of the narrative that came up.
And that is fucking bullshit. There is no way that they're going, okay, Luai, you're on 1.2 mil a year, but if you get X, Y, and Z, you get more. Like, fucking please. That would not be in anyone's contract. He signs and that's it. He's going to be getting third-party deals over there because he's Jarome Luai. He's not getting third-party deals over there because he recruited Bizza. Bizza will be getting his own shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's an absolute load of shit.
I tell you how he's a recruiting tool for Shamus, and Shamus has come out and said this as well. He's Jarome Luai.
Yeah, that's it.
So when you sign a premier player like Jarome Luai, similar to, I'll give you another example because I've become ready for this because I've seen all the arguments happen on social media. No one wanted to go to Newcastle there for about 2 or 3 years when they were going through a 3-year period of struggling. They signed there's different sort of level because Kalen Ponga was a young emerging player. But once Kalen Ponga become a superstar, naturally he become a recruiting tool because people wanted to go play with a better player. It was very difficult for them to attract players for a couple of years whilst they were struggling with the roster that they had. So Jarome is just going to be that naturally anyway. And then pushing back on, all right, he's being worried about whether he's going to sign close friends and all that. That's natural whether he's going to PNG or if he was going to the Tigers, which he did, right?
Tigers didn't have a problem with it.
And Sania Taruva went with him.
Tigers didn't have a problem with that, did they?
But this isn't a thing
or anyone else.
Just, now with Jarome, he signed at PNG and one of his best mates who was, again, we talk about that line, talked about when they were at the weddings together and we saw all the pictures. Like Sania Taruva re-signed with the Tigers a couple of weeks after Jarome had signed with PNG. So if there was one person within the Tigers that he was going to take with him and recruit, you'd assume it would have been Sania Taruva, right? So the other two is just say if you're at the Tigers, here I'll ask you this question: if you're at the Tigers and you watch the Tigers play, if you were like, all right, I'm out of here at the Tigers, there's one player that I'd love to take with me to a new team, who would that be in the Tigers? Out of that roster.
Probably Fainu, the back row.
Yeah, it's a good shout. It probably would have been my number 2, but I've got a number 1.
Fullback.
Jareem Buller.
I didn't even think of Broom. No.
He re-signed with the Tigers 4 weeks after.
No, yeah, it's Jareem Buller.
So if he's in there and he's entrenched and he's trying to take players, the two players that make the most sense, or maybe
Fainu's he's a back row. He's not a dime a dozen, but there's a lot of good back rows out there, but there's not a lot of good fullbacks.
I hope Samuel Afonu doesn't sign with the PNG Chiefs after this because it would fuck my argument.
Yeah,
but
it would ruin us all.
It would be, you're right, mate. For me, it would be Jareem and Samuela, and because of the position, the importance on the position, I would probably choose Jareem over Samuela, even though I think Samuela's probably got a higher ceiling.
Easily, no. You need a class fullback. He's a world-class fullback.
But I just and I think it's less about, and this is why I'm bringing it up, I think it's less about the time of the season and Origin and all that. And that's a good point. It's a good point, but I just want to finish this. He doesn't give much to people, and there's a narrative because he's prickly and he's not good with people in the media. When people in the media get an opportunity to go after him, they go after him. So
if anyone can understand where Jarome Luai is coming from, it's me. I understand exactly what happens when you're in this position, and they just and you just don't give a shit and you're your own person, and they just create their own little narrative around you, right? Where he can control his own narrative, right? He's got a big, strong support on social media. He can get in first and shut everything down, and they don't like that, right? He doesn't play by their rules. He's part of the new media, right? He don't give a shit about the old media, and they don't like that. So then they'll start having a crack at little things like this. Which, when I knew that you were going with that from the start, because that's my answer straight away. It's because he's Jarome Luai.
But it's also old media and new media.
That's what I mean. That's
like
what I just said.
Podcasts.
He don't give a fuck, mate. He don't care. He's a family man. He plays football, and then he gets out and just does what he wants on social media. Doesn't have to answer to anybody, and they don't like that.
I tell you what's not talked about enough, I haven't seen it yet. If I'm like, his co-captain at Samoa is Junior Paulo.
Yeah.
He like, don't you think that he'd want to come to Para, have one big crack for him as well?
Yeah, we'll get to the Para side of things. It's a good chat to segue straight into that. I just wanted to make that clear because that is something I've seen on comments.
But I know where you were going straight away. I was going to go straight away, but I just wanted to see where you were going.
But it wasn't, and this is even a crack at Gal, because it might not specifically, I don't know if Gal started it.
No.
But I want to make that clear. I saw it on half a dozen. A couple of journos said it. A couple of podcasts said it. Gals, that wasn't an example of what I was using, but if Gals said it.
It was just an example of like the argument, it was just the conversation, and Gal was like I wouldn't want him in the thing because he's a recruiter. And like, we're just thinking he's not a recruiter. Like he doesn't. That's my take. He's not going to recruit anyone. If you're fucking in, you're in. If not, I think he's got bigger fish to fry with other players getting there. Yeah. Like the Tigers, as you said, Buller's done, Taruva's done. They're the only two that you probably will want. Fayunu's probably going to get done.
But here's the point, that you mentioned before, Luke. Just say, for example, the prime example would be right now, Bizza. Bizza's at a completely different club.
That's who I want.
If Bizza was contemplating it, right, he's not the recruitment tool as in, come on, Bizza, you got to come. But if Bizza was genuinely contemplating it because he's not getting the money at Penrith, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be a disadvantage to PNG if Bizza ends up going, fuck, Jarome's there, that's my boy. What's it like? Did you enjoy it over there? Go have a trip. Like, those conversations would naturally happen whether Jarome is at a club or, in this case, with Bizza, they have a brotherhood and that already existed and they're not even within the four walls. So if someone is contemplating going to PNG, naturally they're going to ask Jarome, what's it like?
100%.
I just want to dismiss the fact that he'd be a toxic person to have in an environment that he's going to go to Parramatta and go, all right, I like that Lorenzo Talentina. Like, he's supposed to be the next up.
How when you're saying it like that, how pathetic that sounds?
Well, that's what people insinuate.
I'm saying I'm just saying. Do you know how pathetic that sounds? Like, when you speak it out loud, like, do you think Luai's going to do that? No, he's not going to fucking do it. He's going to go there to Parramatta, fucking play his little balls off, and then fuck off to New Guinea. That's it. That's all he's going to do. Try and win, try and put in everything that he does for the club, and then go. And whoever wants to get to PNG, it's not like it's going to be him. Come here. You want to sign with PNG, Lorenzo? You want to sign with PNG, fucking Junior? You want to end your career there? That's on you if you want to do that. He's not a fucking recruitment officer. That's what recruitment officers get paid for. That's Shamus. That's all these other fuckers. Yeah. That's their job.
They got the PM there.
You're fucking PM recruiting. But that's all Luai is, the fucking play football, and that's about it. Yeah. Like, if I was just thinking, put myself in his shoes, if I saw him there, I'd be like, I couldn't give a fuck about anyone else. I'll try and get mates like fucking Bizza and all that. My old little Penrith crew over there. Sue's off contract. Liam Martin's off there. Yeah, man, get over there. Get free fucking let's finish our years off over there. Try and drag a comp with some real proper dogs that I actually know. Went to war with for fucking 6-7 years.
Also, I'd like to think, like, you guys have been in locker rooms. If that was genuinely happening, there'd be enough pro-Parramatta energy in the locker room that someone goes, oi, what the fuck are you doing?
It doesn't exist.
That's my point, but
I've never seen it. I've never seen it happen.
It feels like a real, but to your point, it's a weak argument.
Right. If anyone like was going somewhere else and they were like openly recruiting people within the
you get done straight away.
Yeah.
Everyone negotiates at their own sort of price anyway, because just say, even for a worst case example, right, like where Jarome is keen on someone, there's no guarantees that the PNG are keen on him at the number that they're keen on him too. Like, that's a part of the negotiations that happen as well. Let's get to the Parramatta side of things. Over the last couple of days, I've let it sort of just resonate a little bit more. Love the combination with Jerome. Love that. Again, I guess some of the pushback is the fear of losing a couple of young halves. Lorenzo Talentina is one. People have been mentioning another young half as well, Lukey. You can look that up as well. But I think it'd be great for their development. When someone put together their roster for next year,
Lincoln Fletcher is the other
Lincoln
one.
Fletcher is the other one. It's not as bad as you think.
It wasn't bad this year.
It's the injuries have hurt, and I think a really sneaky, underrated signing that I didn't factor in when we talked about players was Jaden Sewer. Love Jaden Sewer as a player.
He's a dog.
And then getting some of those troops back. There are rumours that they're in the market now, and this is what a guy like Jerome can do. Like I said, right at the start of the argument. If you're a player and you're considering going to a club and you look at playing with Mitch Moses and Jerome Luai and you're a edge backer or a centre, geez, that's appealing. And that's appealing because those two guys won an Origin series together a couple of years ago. That's why it's appealing.
So you got
not that either of those two have to recruit.
Russell, Jordan Samrani.
Russell's moving on.
Russell's gone, is he?
Russell's going to Perth. But you still got Foxy there. You've got Simonson competing. You've got Samrani will compete for a centre spot.
Need one more strike.
There are reports they're after Jack Howarth. Jack Howarth is someone that they're looking at.
That'd be nice.
But, whoever that person may be, they're probably... I feel like when I looked at their roster and I looked at their best team on paper, now with Jerome in it and Jaden Sewer, who I didn't factor in when we had the conversation on Monday, I'd love to see if they could get another front rower. I think they need a middle. Like Spencer's been linked to him. Yeah. Moses Leota's been linked to him.
Spencer makes sense.
Moses would be my first pick. I love Spence. Spencer's a good player. But if I was Parramatta, they're missing a Moses type, and they've missed a Moses type. And like I said,
but I'm just thinking Moses for 1 year.
I'd give Moses.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to think.
To 100%.
I think he's like he'll be one of my first to go to New Guinea, I reckon.
But that's the year after, so next year.
That's what I'm saying. Is you going to sign a 1 year deal? They can just give 1 year deals out.
Ooh,
that's what I mean.
That's a good question. That's
the thing, and I think I think with Spencer you can get a 3 year deal.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the only little thing that's stopping me from going, fuck yeah, get Moses. Because I'm all about
Spencer
Moses.
Over 3.
So Spencer over 3.
Yeah.
You still get, hopefully Junior can get on the field for more football.
Yep.
Jack Williams, still got Moretti,
Jermaine
all
Hopgood.
these. Oh, yeah, you got a team there, mate.
Sam Tuivasa.
Got a team. Yeah. You got a team.
I think that's what a lot of people are forgetting. Like every podcast, every media outlet had Parramatta in the top 8 at the start of the season without roster.
Just
knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Knocking on the door. Yeah.
That's just we always say that. We always say that where we're like, yeah, if everything works out, everyone plays to their potential and there's no injuries and there's fuck all. You've used 22 players so far, but no, you haven't. It's like, that's what most teams in this position aren't in the top 8. They've fucking used about 30 plus players, major injuries and all that kind of stuff. And that's what's happened to Para. That's what's happened to fucking all the other teams down below. It's just all just playing shit. But Para's been hammered with some major injuries.
Tell you who I'm excited about for Jerome Luai. With Jerome Luai and Mitch Moses. If Mitchie and Mitchie's health is a concern. Yeah. Like there's no doubt. Like we can't. We've said this now for a couple of years. When you look at Latrell, we've said it about Latrell, we've said it about Turbo. Mitchie's in that category. Like he's missed a lot of games. But if Mitchie and Jerome can stay healthy, I'm excited to see what Isaiah Yongi can become. I think he's an elite fullback.
Now they don't have to worry about this fucking ball playing lock bullshit, right?
Yeah, true.
Because you got two guys that can genuinely just like flat and fast football, boom, give me the ball both sides of the ruck.
That'll help.
Don't have to go boom. You can have that. You can have that option, but it's like you can't. The only person who can really do it, and the secret to doing those ball players is the person who can pretend that he's still running into the line instead of stopping and starting and planting his feet, like most of them do. They plant their feet, so it's very obvious and pedestrian. Yeah. Like Victor Radley probably does it his best. Cam Murray probably because they're still running as they're passing. So you don't even know if they're going to dummy and step off their left foot. They don't sit there, plant, have a look at it like a fucking nice photo shoot. They're still running. Yeah, I'm saying it's a fucking. They sit there and they're like that. Where if I keep running like that, and then I can actually keep running, and still pass in the same motion, that is fucking dangerous. And squaring up into the line. That's what Victor Radley does beautiful. That's what Cam Murray does beautiful. So Isaiah Yeo does beautiful, and Dylan Walker does beautiful as well. It's only a few, and a lot of them are just very pedestrian. It's just like bang, and then they it's fucking come up easy to defend. So, you know, taking that element out where you can just have some fucking real hard hitters in the middle. You got Moretti, you got some Jack Williams, you got Junior Paulo, you got Spencer Leniu. You can just fucking go front foot into the middle. If you want to pass, get out the back and just then have a crack at it. And I think that's the sort of football that they can play. You can fucking win games like that. You don't have to have Cam Murray. If you don't have Cam Murray, don't try and fucking make Cam. It can't be duplicated.
You don't require Cam Murray if you
I don't need that. You don't. Yeah, you don't. You don't when you've got two beautiful ball playing halves who just demand early ball.
Yeah.
You know, they don't like getting out the back all the time. You know, so it'll be a different look when they get if they get a couple of others. Yep. Especially Spencer. They get Spencer. Spencer would be a problem, man. Yeah. Big problem.
Yeah. I'd love take the Papua New Guinea thing out of it. Oh, by the way, no, I think Shamus actually. Just while we're on it, Shamus put to bed. They're not going after Moses.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Moses Leota is Perth are in heavily for Moses. Okay. So if you could now we'll flip back to that and that was reported maybe a week ago. I remember seeing that.
If Parra could offer him a fair bit,
if you could get would you offer Moses 3 years?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Would you just say if you're Perth, what are you offering him?
750, 800 with that marquee allowance, which would get it close to a million.
Parra offer
around the same.
I'm staying at Parra. I'm not going to a rebuild. It's not a rebuild, a start-up.
And you don't have to sell. You can stay where you are.
Stay there. Family still. His kids.
Stop recruiting, mate.
No, but it's not. It means people got to need to factor this in. It's not like you just go and by yourself. Yeah. Your kids are embedded in school. They're in the community and everything like that. You're all part of that community. You don't have to move. Everything like that's a big factor, right? You're not a single bloke. You're not anything like that. He's a family man first, right? You're gonna move up and go to fucking Perth for your last 3 years. New schools, new everything like that. I'm not sure how old his kids are. People need to factor all that shit as well. So
equally. That would be why Jerome would have signed a Parra as well, for sure.
Yes, doesn't have to move.
You can't uplift your kids and then do the PNG thing with your kids.
That's been reported. I don't know if that's from him, but that has been reported, and that makes a lot of sense.
It just makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, so that's a different sort of person will be going to Perth.
Yeah,
right. Depends where you are. If you got you got to uplift your whole fucking life from here, go to another whole state, new schools, new everything like that. It's fucking hard for kids. Just say if your kid just started school right now. And you're like, fuck, I could stay at Parramatta or I have to go over there for an extra, 150, 100, whatever. I'm staying. I'm staying at Parramatta. I'm staying at Tigers. I'm staying over here. That's where a lot of those players, if you're trying to recruit, Perth is pretty much a no.
Yeah.
You know?
If I was Parramatta and I was considering Moses Leota and they're on the fence, whether it's a 2-year, 3-year deal, I'll offer him the third year, even if the third year isn't even if he's a little bit busted by the end of the third year, you're still going to get 2 fucking elite years out of a guy like Moses. Exactly what they need.
Yeah, I think you'll get. Sign a 3-year deal, third year deal in I don't know whose option, his option or whatever. But he give you 2, easy, and then he can just consider whether he wants to keep playing or not.
Yeah.
Well, Mitch Barnett's 32, mostly only 30. So
there you go.
Yeah, took Mitchie a while to fucking plan his feet up.
You know how much I love Mitchie. Oh, that's a good hypothetical, that one.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have Moses.
Fucking oath.
Yeah.
Moses he's premier prop, top 5 at the moment.
I'm trying to say that respectfully to Mitch.
Mitch Barnett's a good player, man. Like he's good, but we know what Leota can do. Fuck, mate. If I'm fucking going packing down with someone, Mitch Barnett's a fucking gun. But like Leota's
you know what? It would depend. He's a killer. It would depend on the makeup of your pack, because if you've got a pack that say. You got a couple of big boys already. Like Mitch Barnett would say, I wouldn't consider Moses for another team that I love is Manly, because they've got too many big boy Islanders that can't play big minutes. Taniela can't play big minutes, so Mitch Barnett would really complement Manly. Whereas
you got to get it right.
For Parramatta, they've got a heap of toilers. Right. They've got a heap of toilers, guys like fucking Dury, all those guys, smaller bodies, Jack Williams, Hopgood.
Get the ratio
they can all
right.
Play big minutes, so you need 40, 50 minutes,
100%.
Minutes. You got Moses.
Junior still plays, and Junior can play like when he's fit.
Junior was playing 80 minutes last
easy. Yeah, easy. And you only want like fucking Leota to give you 50 or 60 of the best. Start the games good, finish your games off.
Yep.
No one does it better. No one does it better.
No one.
This episode and catch up with Cam Money Munster is brought to you by Compa.
You know this already. You've heard it all before, though, Money. I'll fill in some of the listeners who are new to levels, though, because Compa is real tequila. It's not agave spirit. It's the first tour market in Australia with 6% water range, and Compa is Mexican for slang, mate, bro, brother, Ken Munster, money, the money man. How you going, brother?
Yeah, I'm going all right. Scope, how are you going, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Let me crack this before we get into the
Yeah,
chat.
get into it, mate. How's your golf going?
Well, golf is getting back. It's getting back. I'm starting to play a little bit more. Let me cheers to my 30 points on the weekend.
Nice, brother.
Not quite a compa moment, is it? 30 points, but yeah,
Grade
trying to get
four.
a
This
few
is a
more
tough
games
course.
in, and yeah, and the weather is starting to get. It's been a little bit difficult with the weather down in Sydney. How's the weather been in Melbourne, by the way?
It's been pretty dismal, to be fair. I think since I got home on the Saturday morning, yeah, it's been pissing down all week. So the 3 days I've been here, so it hasn't been ideal. I went and played at the Grand in the Gold Coast on the Friday morning, mate. Mickey Golf Course. Had about 31 points. I left a couple of points out there, a couple of putts, but other than that, I was happy with the result.
Who was the gang? Was it the same gang as last time we had a chat? KP?
Nah. It was none of the Origin boys. It was a couple of guys. Matt Tripp, the owner of the Storm, his
Oh,
cousin,
yep.
and his dad.
Do you have a compa moment of the month for us? I know it's been a
Nothing crazy.
disappointing end to the Origin series, mate, and we'll get to that. I'm sure we'll go through the full debrief. But anything aside away from
Yeah.
footy that's been happening in your life at the moment, where you can nominate it for the compa moment of the month?
Yeah, look, that's probably an easy one for me. Scope. My copper moment of the month is obviously, I know everyone knows about the Milton Sports Bar opening
Yep.
around Magic Round, but this so happens that we opened up the nightclub underneath called the Locker Room as of
Ooh.
Origin night. So it would have been nice to, go there and have a couple of celebration drinks, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. Felt like the stars aligned for, myself at the decider at Suncorp to be able to, win that and then have a couple of beers at the after party, but unfortunately that wasn't the line with the Stars, and just brings it back a bit more of a a year for next year, and hopefully we can hold the shield.
Any other big events coming up at the Milton, mate? The locker room. Any as it rolls around the finals? I'm just trying to think about some big games. I'm thinking of Broncos games. Do you have a game? By the way, do you play the Broncos at any stage at the end of the year?
Yeah, we play them in round 24, I think 3 weeks out before finals. So
Perfect.
that'll be an elite game. But on the weekend they just had the Wallabies game too. So there was a big crowd there at the Wallabies game. So that was obviously good news with the Wallabies. So yeah, it's starting to get a bit of traction around Brisbane. So yeah, always the first year's always tough, and hopefully the word of mouth around town can get it going in years to come. So yeah, we got the locker room there. So I think it's open till about 3 or 4 o'clock. So I think it starts around 11 to midnight. So just in case some of the riffraff want to go for a beer underneath, they're more than welcome, and leave the family orientated spot up top. So yeah, still welcome, but with a working balance. But at the moment, I think it's going all well.
Nice, got the best of both worlds. I like that, mate. Good setup. I can't wait to get up there properly. When we were up there, sort of around Magic Round, and was sort of just getting done. And as you know, the bubba just arrived for me, so
Tough
I had
times.
to pull up. I had to pull up the handbrake when we were having a couple of beers. But I can't wait to. That's why I was asking you the question around the Broncos game. Might try to figure something out and get up there with you around that weekend. Let's get to it, mate. Origin, obviously super disappointing. Always appreciate your time in and around Origin, whether it's just before you're preparing or after a disappointing loss in the series. What's been the sort of overwhelming, emotions now that you're 5 days removed from the disappointment?
Yeah.
An incredible performance from New South Wales early on in that game, and there were signs that you were fighting your way back into it, but unfortunately fell short.
Yeah, look, it's probably a little bit disappointing. We played our worst game of the series in our third game. So, yeah, we were pretty good for that 60-minute period in game one. And then we weren't too great in the first half, to be fair, in game two, but we just had a really good second half. That, it all come together for us in the game in Melbourne. But yeah, look, I was quietly confident, really excited with the team. Yeah, just unfortunate they played their best footy and they were better on the night. They pretty much took their moments, owned their moments. I missed that tackle on Liam Martin, which created a try for Nathan Cleary. Just little things like that, like just little moments, like one missed tackle in some games you don't think a whole heap of it. But then it snowballs to big things. And just a couple of times, blokes turning out, going past the ball, and whether they could be an offside, those little moments, and they took their moments like Bradman Best's long range try, so those sort of things. Ball bounced that way, but at the same time, they put themselves in the picture, and you got to give them their flowers as well. Like their forward pack really dominated. They've probably been under a lot of pressure and a lot of criticism, probably the whole series, and they come out and silenced them. So Nathan played like Nathan, and just weren't good enough on the night. Sometimes you love to have it back, but sometimes it's written in the history of reasons why they won. So, look, congratulations to them. It still stings, still hurts me to this day, but I'm all about giving people their acknowledgement and their flowers, and they deserve the win.
Can I ask you a couple of things from that? When you're on the field, because even just say, for example, I was doing commentary yesterday for the Bulldogs and not the Bulldogs, the Rabbitohs game versus the Knights. Do you? It was a huge call. The NRL have come out after and said they've got it wrong. It was a double knock on to Bostock before he raced away and scored that try. A huge momentum shift doesn't guarantee that you don't lose the game, but also it's a hypothetical that there's no point in discussing. When you see something like that, do you have a good view of the screen? As a skipper, what are you doing when a huge decision like that is happening? Are you constantly looking at the big screen? Are you talking to teammates? Trainers come out and chat to you? Did you have a good view of that particular try that was allowed to Bradman Best after the double knock on?
Look, I thought, and I'm being honest here, I'm not being biased, but I definitely thought he touched it. And it was a clear view of it being on the bunker. I could be wrong, but the angle that we saw, the angle from the camera that they showed on the TV when we were on the field, showed or indicated that his finger was bent back or he has touched it. So, look, I get the understanding of, margin for error when you're a referee. Like, we all make mistakes, and it's always a fast moment decision. But when you've got people slowing it down, and got millions of dollars of technology to be able to, make the right calls and decisions, that's when you start, questioning whether or not, like, what side are they really on. Not saying we didn't deserve to lose. Like, we definitely deserve to lose. But at the end of the day, just get rid of the bunker then. Like, if we're spending so much money on something that you're still getting wrong, and you're still cutting it up in slow motion and stuff, but there's still to this day, like, there's always a margin for error when it comes to human growth or human mistakes. So we
Human
get that.
error.
So just put more emphasis. Just put more emphasis on the referees. Like, get rid of the bunker, get rid of the players' challenges, and just let him dictate the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if we're going to keep going around there and saying, oh, he's wrong, he's right, and making the referees look bad, then it's a bad look on the game. Like, oh, where's his mind at? Or has he got intentions for the other team? That's how I see it, where as a game, we don't probably need that, Like, just make it black and white, and he's the referee. That's it. No more bunker. He makes a decision on double movements, forward passes, tries. Like, at the end of the day, I'm sure a lot of players will probably agree to that and won't stop whinging to the referee. Like, as players, when you see it up on the big screen, you get pissed off because you know exactly what's happened, but then the interpretation's different because there's a different person in the bunker. They're not always consistent interpretations because there's always a different person in the bunker.
Sure.
So that's where I think I'm at with it all. Like, not whinging, not moaning about the decision. Like, the Blues are so much better than us on the night, and they deserve the shield. And we need to go back to the drawing board and work on our game. But that's just probably more to the decision making for the NRL and someone higher up than a pay grade than myself. But yeah, it definitely does annoy you.
It's an interesting take that you're talking about there, and I can appreciate the bunker if, say, whether it be a captain's challenge or a try, and you're constantly going against the referee. I've never thought about that, like, psychologically for the referee that's on field, if he gets overruled, say, 2 or 3 times, whether it's right or wrong, like whether he's getting it correct and the referee needed the help. You go back to the psyche of the referee on the field, and if he's getting it wrong multiple times early on in the game, how can't that not affect him, right? Like, as the game starts to play out, does he second guess his decisions because of that? Is that what you sort of alluding to?
Yeah, for sure. I just think it takes a lot of confidence out of you sometimes too. Like sometimes when you go and challenge it, but they go, "Oh, there's not enough official evidence for you to overrule it." Like, well, there is. You slow mo, but like that's another thing of them saying, "Oh, I don't want to go against the referee's decision. I don't want to make him look bad, so I'm just going to agree with the referee." Do you know what I mean? Where
Mm.
get rid of it. Don't worry about don't worry about the decision making of a like player's challenge, and just get rid of it all, scrap it all, save money, and put it in the grassroots or put it in something else that's actually going to help the game. At the moment, we're just always
Yeah.
bickering around the bunker. Like, there's always memes and AI about the bunker and what's happening in the bunker, you know? So, yeah, that's my initial take on it, but just scrap it. Like, it's just got too many interpretations and there's too much grey area now. So, for me, I'm happy to give the full reign to the referees and let them make a decision and then let them suffer the consequences. Like, I feel like this is at the moment, yeah, bunker's just got too much say.
Yeah, so it's sort of summarising it. You will live and die by human error on the field by officials, referees.
Yeah.
It's the frustrating part is when you're sitting there watching a replay, going, "All right, sweet, we're good to go here," and then it still comes
Yeah.
back as a mistake, and you're like, "What the fuck? Like, what's the point?"
Yeah, what's the point of playing? Oh, also not playing, but what's the point of putting so much money in the bunker when you're still going to get the decision wrong? And then if
Yeah,
I'm in
fair
the
point.
game, if I'm in the game, I'm probably thinking I'm not coming out and admitting to like that was a wrong decision. Do you know what I mean? Like that just makes it even more angrier. Like that just makes you
Yeah,
pissed off.
that's what they did. The NRL admitted the NRL admitted straight after the Origin, like almost immediately, mate. So yeah, it's a wrong call.
Like I'm not sitting here,
Before
I'm not sitting here moaning
we
and
move
bitching
on.
about it, but
No, it's fine. It's I love it, mate. Like it's cool to get a player's perspective on it. I would say I'm one of the more aggressive content creators who go after referees and officials. So that's a unique sort of take on it that I haven't considered before with the indecision around the referee. So I appreciate that. The other part, just that you mentioned too, with the criticism and pressure on key players for New South Wales. As a competitor, obviously you want to get one over Nath. Did you, as the game sort of started, did you feel a different energy from him in that game? And this is something we spoke about as well on the podcast this morning. I wanted to ask you the difference between people who play Origin, and Mace talks about this time all the time, and Origin players, and just talking about Liam Martin and the influence that he had on Nathan in and around that right edge that was going against you on the night, mate. So what was your thoughts on that right edge that you went up against?
yeah, you know what Liam Martin's going to bring every week or every game. You know, brings aggression. He's one of those guys that can change a game with the way he defends. You know, coming out of the line, shotting blokes. You know, a lot of blokes, a lot of players feed off that. And he got it right. You know, sometimes there's always a balance of getting it wrong. And on the night, I thought he was probably if not Nathan, he was probably their best player. You know, so. We've always had some running battles with Marto, and probably 9 times out of 10, he's probably got it over me, to be fair, the last 4 or 5 years. So hasn't been
Do you still
ideal.
love it though? Do you love it as a
Yeah,
competitor? Do you
yeah,
relish
of
those
course.
moments?
Yeah, you always
Yeah.
want to play against the best, and I would like to say he gets the best out of me, but he hasn't got the best out of me yet. So maybe there's something I need to work on. But yeah, no, he's definitely got the wood over me. Unfortunately, I don't like to admit it, but you got to sometimes give people their flowers. And like I said, and yeah, Nathan definitely did have a different head on his shoulders. I think probably from previously from game 1 or 2. You know, they're both very dominant halves. Nathan and Moses. You know, and I think after the criticism he got, I reckon he's probably just gone, you know what? I'm going to live and die by the sword. I'm going to play my way, and I'm going to be on the ball, and I'm going to play my style of footy, and I'm going to lead this team around. So that was the impression I got. You know, from previous games, he probably sat back a little bit and let Moses probably dictate, if that makes sense. But Nathan's
Yeah. Or
Nathan.
try
You
to
know,
share the workload.
share the workload. And I reckon that's probably where in game 3 he just went, "No, I'm going to run the ball. I'm going to be the main guy." And yeah, what a player. Yeah, he's. I guess his resume speaks for himself, and there's always been a bit of criticism around his Origin period or Origin's performances, and never doubt a champion, mate. He's proved a lot of critics wrong yet again. So I'm sure a lot of guys, a lot of people in the media will probably stop bagging him out and start chewing on their own teeth or chewing on their own tongue, because it's not going to make it any easier for them. They're putting egg all over their faces with the way they're talking about Nathan. So I said that to him after the game. I said, mate, congratulations. Like, you deserve your flowers, and yeah, he deserves everything he gets.
That's awesome, mate. Great. Not gamesmanship. I was going to say, what's the sportsmanship? Sportsmanship is the word I was looking for. And obviously disappointing. Hey, before we move off onto something else, can I just nominate? You mentioned it before around the money around the bunker. Can I nominate my Compa moment of the month for you guys and the cash that's coming your way with the new TV rights deal that's happening? And everyone. So not only you, the upgrades across the board. You must be pumped with what the NRL have been able to do with that broadcast deal and the future. Almost like Valendi said, he's future proofing the game for the next 20 years with the deal that they were able to secure, considering how bad it was a couple of years ago, just before COVID, mate.
Yeah, look, it's yeah. I just want to congratulate Abdo and Volandis on being able to secure such a big deal with Nine and Fox, and yeah, I guess the game's growing and growing even more, and just shows how much work they put into it. But also the players too. The players got to take a lot of appreciation out of that. You tie guys like your Nathan Clearys, your Reece Walshes, your Harry Grants, those type of players. You probably your Cano Kinneys, your Kyle Weeks, those kind of elusive Kalen Ponga. Those kind of elite fullbacks or kind of, faces of the game. Got to take a lot of pride out of that, because probably the reason why the deal's been so big. But yeah, no, super excited. I got my new white teeth. I should have got them gold with the way the TV deal's going. But
we haven't talked about the teeth on here yet. That is the perfect intro to the teeth. Everyone talks about your teeth all the time, and I keep forgetting to talk about it. Yeah, you'll be able to go. You'll be able to go like the American NBA and NFL players. You'll be able to have that gold tooth on one of them with your next contract, mate.
Do you reckon I could play like Justin Jefferson or something with the gold chains around my neck?
You would too. You're more like Kirk Cousins. You're more like Kirk Chains when Jefferson gave him the big chain and he put it on him. you got to be the cool white boy in the team.
Mate, he's gone from bad to worse, Kirk Cousins, since he's done that. But yeah, back to that thing. Yeah, super excited. I can't see. Well, yeah, probably Nathan Cleary or your Reece Walsh's or probably Callum Pongers are going to get $2 million, maybe even your Sammy Walker. So, yeah, it's exciting times for the club. I'm not too sure what it looks like in 2028, but hopefully they can grow, the international and the state origin as well. Like, we're talking about this, the salary cap for the NRL, but I think the origin needs to go up, and even the World Cup money and the international games. I just don't think they're up to standard for me personally. When you look at guys that are playing, like I know our Origin's probably our biggest spectacle when it comes to rugby league, but there are some superstars that play in your Fiji, your New Zealand, your Papua New Guinea, all those type of teams, Samoa, Tonga, that can't actually play for Origin, and they're missing out on that pie. And I just think they need to even it out. Whether you put Origin up again even more, and then make the Aussies or the international game the same as what an Origin payment was, just to give back to those guys that are playing international footy and playing for their culture. So that's my personal opinion, and everyone has a different one, but that's how I see it.
Yeah, I believe I'm not. I can't say this with full certainty, but I was having a conversation with someone today that apparently there's been a fair chunk of that have been put into the Pacific Islands, like Samoa, Tonga, Fiji, Cook Islands. I think it's roughly $5 million each, just to help them produce and continue to develop on the islands and the national teams, and make sure everyone is getting paid and all that sort of stuff. So that's another huge part of one of the huge benefits of the new deal as well. Mate, we won't keep you much longer. I just want to talk about a little bit of a favourite of mine. I'm a little bit of an undercover Dolphins fan, so I've been watching them closely over the last couple of years. Absolutely love what I've seen from Oren Keeley up there with the limited opportunities that he's got. Tell us a little bit about him, mate. He got his first game for you guys on the weekend, and a very emotional presser. He got very emotional, in his jersey presentation.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't been actually at the club, so I didn't actually get to witness or even be personally there when he done his jersey preso. But From all reports from the coaches and the players, he's very well respected, very humble, very nice guy, and works very hard. So they reckon when they felt the full wrath of him at training, he went real hard. I think you were speaking about it with Willie Mason about Kurt Donahue and all those guys at the Dolphins on, they're full contact and they go in hard and, they don't leave any stone unturned. So a lot of the boys said that they felt, him fully running hard and tackling. So
awesome.
those sort of standards, it's just always going to bring the team up, and maybe we're probably lacking in that space of, the physicality of training like that every day. Maybe, you never know. So he's brought a bit of a different perspective on it all, and a lot of the boys said, he's a great guy, and look, hopefully he has a lot more games in that purple jersey. He definitely didn't look at a sorts there the other night. Had a couple of nice runs. His lungs might have been burning that a little bit, but I guess when you're playing limited minutes at certain stages of your career, the Dolphins at the time, it's got to give some time. And I don't expect for him to be, he didn't expect to be out there that early, with the HIA, and he had to go out there and play almost 60 minutes.
Felt like it, yeah.
So there you go. For a guy that hasn't played a whole heap of footy this year, he's going to get he's just going to get better with with the footy and the K's in his legs, and I'm sure he's going to be a great force for us in years to come.
Well, Money, we really appreciate you joining us as per. Big end to the season coming up, mate. There's a log jam from 4th all the way down to the Bulldogs, who are just below you, with only 2 wins separating 8 teams. So you're in the business end of the competition now, mate, and we really appreciate you joining us every month. For Compa, who are our mates. Let me just get this up and finish this properly. That's a proper Compa moment, world famous tequila. So thank you to Compa and thank you to Money for joining us again.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Compa. Let's go.
All right, let's go from... here's a good one too, boys. This is a reply around the chat we talked about with the Super League and NRL, the NRL buying the Super League. And Jack Forbes has got an NBA/NBL comp for it. The chat around the NRL and Super League working closer together to create a genuine pathway for reserve graders to play professional footy got me thinking. It's not too dissimilar to LaMelo Ball's path to the NBA. While most of the top American prospects were going through college system, LaMelo skipped that altogether and played a season in the NBL against grown men. Instead of developing in an amateur competition, he was learning the professional game every week, and I'd argue it fast-tracked his development. The rewards are obvious now. He's an NBA All-Star. He was an All-Star, wasn't he?
He's an All-Star.
I'm pretty sure he was an All-Star in one of the years.
He's been an All-Star.
Yeah. Just some food for thought. Gold Coast, 13+, which is very rare. Very rare, Gold Coast.
Very rare. Yeah, I get it. LaMelo Ball, when did he come over here about 6 years ago for Illawarra Hawks?
Yeah, I feel like I was living with
when we were
Normie.
He
just come back from
met him in
Lithuania. It was sort of like COVID, sort of weird areas. That sort of stuff. Prior, post.
That's right. He went to Lithuania.
It's fucking awful.
That was weird.
I miss Jersey. I got it.
The Lithuanian one?
No, the
Illawarra Hawks
one.
Yeah, but that works. I mean, that's a whole different thing because the NBA they just put so much work into the college sort of system and doing it like that, and then the draft system, and so he just sort of bucked the trend, didn't he?
Yeah.
But a lot of players have been trying to go to the Spanish League,
European League,
Aussie League, and still getting picked in high rounds.
Playing against men.
Yeah.
I think
Luca was playing against grown men since he was 16 for Real.
Yeah.
And look what he's turned out to be.
Fucking oath.
Those European games look crazy.
Serbian games.
Yeah, they look
awesome. Serbian games. Fucking hell. They're mental.
Yeah. The Spanish league would be the biggest in Europe, right?
Yeah, but the wildest one is the Serbian one.
Yeah, where it's like fire.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. So, pretty much trying to say that going to, just say coming straight out of school, can't get a top 30 contract here. A lot of kids have got no fucking patience or time to do their apprenticeship like they should, right? And then so you're 18, 19, you go over to Super League for maybe 2 or 3 years if you want. Yep. 2 years, come back as a 21-year-old, you might be a better player.
And if the clubs are aligned with an NRL team and they're seeing video and they're getting coaching from coaches that are in sync with NRL coaches, they're a better chance of getting progressed through. Yeah, I don't hate it. This one's for the Panthers system. Mace, this one's for you. Daniel Key. Bit of a hypothetical. Love the podcast, lads. Big fan from over here in Wigan. What players do you think would be pushing Nathan Cleary as the world's best player if they'd spent the last 5 years in the Penrith system. And we'll obviously take away Panthers players that have moved on. I've always thought someone like KP could have been considered the best in the world if he'd had the chance to play in one of the game's elite systems. Likewise, we're seeing Sean O'Loughlin as a version of Latrell this season, and it shows what he can when everything clicks. Another example, if Cam Murray spent his whole career at Penrith and Isaiah Yeo at South, do you think there'd even be a debate over who the best lock in the game is? How much of being labelled the best player in the world comes down to individual ability versus the environment and system you're in? Keep up the great work, boys.
It helps. You know, like especially being a half, being a lock, being a 9, all those sort of spine positions, right? Where
it's a great hypothetical.
It's a great hypothetical. You can do that with Yowie, and you put Yowie into the Gold Coast Titans or the Tigers mix 8 years ago. And you see if he's going to be pulling out all these rep jerseys and, you know, I'm not sure. Yeah. You know, you put Cam Murray in that position, he's going to do wonders in the Penrith.
It's not like Cam Murray's been in a shit system as well, though, right? Like
Cam Murray's had talent everywhere.
Yeah.
Like that's why Cam Murray's Cam Murray. It's sort of built it around him, and like they got to 4 fucking prelims in a row, got to a grand final.
Yeah.
Like they've been there or abouts. It's just because of a team like Penrith that's just been a bit better than them.
But you could also be an argument that because Yo is on Penrith, he's been the difference for Penrith.
That's what I mean. And then you have a look at Cleary. That's what I said. I was so happy that he just dominated New South Wales, because I was saying people start picking at little things like this.
Yeah.
Your club level, the system, the this, the that, the this, the that. You know, would Billy Slater be with that without Cam Murray? Cooper Cronk, would Cooper Cronk be Cooper Cronk without Cam Murray and Billy Slater and GI and all these sort of blokes? GI's GI.
Yep.
Any system, anywhere, anytime.
Agreed.
Talk about Hall of Famers. I look at Hall of Famers and go, could you drop any of these players in any era from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s? That's what I think you could be. You should be a Hall of Fame. You can be a Hall of Fame. You can do that with everyone, right?
And they can play
and dominate,
and they can play in any team,
any era,
and they would still.
Yeah, that's what a Hall of Fame player is to me. And if you can't, you're not a Hall of Fame player. So I think I didn't like. I know these are going to be all hypotheticals now because of what Cam Murray is, because of Yowie, what Yowie is, and Yowie keeps getting the nod on him in the rep teams. Yeah. Cleary is now, I think, has arrived properly. I always thought he's arrived, but now he has arrived. He's that guy. You know, then you have a look at other guys like even Luai. Yeah. Would Luai be the player he is now if he didn't come through that system? It's all hypotheticals, right? And I look at Melbourne, and you go, would Ryan Hoffman, would like some of their props, Jesse Bromwich and Proctor and all these sort of guys who people think are systematic players, they're gun players, man. They are. And most of those Penrith players are gun players. They all complement each other. So there's no real robotic sort of player there where it's like, you can sort of question if he would be in that play. But with Yowie, the locks are different. Like halves are going to be halves. They're going to do some freaky shit. But locks, very important position where if you put Yowie into a shit system from day dot, they'd be questionable. His resume.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
It's hard, but you know what? It fucking hasn't. So I look at it and go, nah, fuck it. He's in that system. He deserves it. They built the system around him. I'm not going to diminish Yowie's credibility or his resume or anything, or any of these young Penrith players. None of them. None of Melbourne as well, because I played against all those Melbourne pricks.
What about this is the one I always thought, like playing with him, swapping the Hayne playing for Billy. Yeah. Put Billy into our Parra team and put Hainesy for that Melbourne team.
Yeah. You probably talk about Jared Hayne, probably nearly the greatest player of all time.
But like
with the work ethic and stuff like that, and the coaching
against Billy and watching Billy and the consistency that he had, do those traits rub off on us at Parramatta in a different way? And do we get more consistency?
But does Billy end up being Billy if he wasn't in Melbourne?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's the Melbourne culture. It's the Melbourne system that made Billy Billy. It's the Bellamy regime.
The reason that I bring up those two, because they're like there are similarities between Yowie and Cam Murray that I think would translate no matter what team they played in.
But you need the people around him.
Highest ceiling of all time. He had at times there was rough flaws, but at his best he was clearly the best player in the league for a couple of years. And then you got Billy, who just gave you no less than a 7.5.
Yeah.
But then is he
rip out a
going to
10.
give you a 10 out of 10? Probably, 9s, 8.5,
Hainsey
9s.
could give you 10.
Hainsey gives you
Multiple 10s.
a couple of like crazy 10s.
Yeah.
They had a lot of good battles over
Yeah,
there.
those two
they were
hated
good.
each other.
Yeah.
Hated
And
each
they
other.
did, because I remember, Billy was the fullback, right? And Hainsey was playing for Fiji.
Yeah.
So Sticky wasn't, it's the coaching as well. Sticky didn't like him. He had earned Sticky's right. But yeah, I always look at that and go, oh, would he be as good? And I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, you can pick holes in everything. You can sit here and pick holes in everybody's game and go, you put him in this system, he'd be dog shit. Well, fucking, that's what your opinion is, right? It didn't happen. It doesn't happen. I don't look at like hypotheticals like that. They're both guns. I think Yoey's a gun. I think Cam Murray's a gun. Would they have 4 fucking premierships and all this sort of stuff and origins and tests? It's fucking highly unlikely, right? If you put Yoey in these other teams, because, you don't build a team around Yoey.
Is there any?
He's just a very important cog to that team.
Is there someone at the Tigers, Titans? Who are the teams that have been down the bottom for the last couple of years? Tigers, Titans, probably
Dragons.
That you could put into Penrith and
And you think they'd excel? Not many, man.
Yeah, because Tino's already in the conversation for the best front row.
Tino's already, he could
He's
fit in
already
anything.
I was going to use Tino, but Tino's already elite.
No, he's elite. There's not many.
Anyway,
it's a good thing. I mean, I understand, but I don't want to disrespect Yoey or anyone like that. And even like guys like KP, what he said at the start, like KP's like, he's still world class in fucking shit systems.
yeah, but
He'd be
imagine
absolutely
him at Penrith
fucking
would be fun. to watch.
imagine him at fullback without Dylan Edwards. Would Dylan Edwards be Dylan Edwards if he wasn't in the fucking Penrith system? That's a man who just outworked everybody, right? If he was in another club, he'd just be a fucking really good player. He wouldn't have 4 premierships, and he'd be fucking busting his ass to get those tests and origins. I can guarantee you.
Do you know who I think Dylan Edwards would be? And Dylan Edwards would have had a career like Gutho, I reckon. Just
Yeah.
a goer, works hard,
Fucking-
still good,
yeah.
solid. If you've got him as your fullback, you love it.
Yeah,
But just in that sort of 4th, 5th tier for
yeah,
rep jerseys.
yeah.
You know?
Yep, I agree. But
That's a
but
good- I
they're
think
in
that's
the,
a Dylan
but they're in the
Edwards comp.
great. They're in a great system, and they all play. And when you say system, they're in this. They create the system. They are the system. People go, no, yeah, it's the Penrith system. That's their fucking system they created. Like fucking Yoey and Cleary and Mitch Kenny, Appy and all those
They
sort of
created
blokes.
that system.
Dylan Edwards.
They made other people
it's
better.
their system.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
theirs. So fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, it's different where Melbourne was back in Melbourne. It's like you had that real systematic player like Hoffy on the left edge, and you had a Proctor on the right edge, and you had your front rowers doing this. Cooper Cronk, Bill, Cam. That was the system.
Yeah.
Right? You fit in, you fit in.
If Dylan Edwards and Yoey didn't set the standards like they do at Penrith, then the players around them would not have progressed to where they are.
Penrith wouldn't
Yeah.
be there.
Let's get to the Roosters. Are they a genuine premiership threat? This one comes from Ash Cameron. The bookmakers have now moved the Roosters ahead of the Warriors in premiership betting. Yet I still feel like people are sleeping on them. For me, they have the best roster in the competition, and the biggest difference now is that everyone is finally fit. Sam Walker looks like a genuine premiership winning halfback, especially after that level we showed during Origin. And if he carries that form in October, I can absolutely see him leading them to a title. Penrith is still the benchmark because of what they have achieved, but their current roster feels like it has a few more young players and role players filling in than normal. The Roosters, by comparison, seem to have either genuine Origin stars or New Zealand internationals almost everywhere across the park. So why are they still being slept on? Am I getting carried away, or are the Roosters now the most complete team in the competition and the side best placed to win the comp?
Yeah, I mean, I've always put them up there in the top 4 lately, but they just show some real glimpses of inconsistency, don't they?
They're very similar to the Sharks.
They
for
can
me.
rip out a fucking beauty and then the next game get dusted by Para. You know? Or just like a lesser team where they're like, fucking, they're just not all the way on. Where Penrith, you need to be fucking on to beat them, and they need to be off.
I think it's the failings of sort of the second and third week of finals over the last couple of years that resonates with me with the Roosters.
They haven't
and the
had this
Sharks.
roster, but they haven't had that. So Lindsay Collins and Angus Crichton have been out. They haven't. Siwa Wong didn't arrive. Toya didn't arrive. Nwangani Tuasi was still fucking around.
I
He's
know.
learning.
They had a quick rebuild last year, the quickest rebuild of
Quickest
all
ever.
time. But the year before that, they still had Kiri, they had Hargraves, they had Joseph Manu,
they had that old gang.
Joseph Swali. They had talent, mate.
Yeah,
Take away last year, they have been disappointing in the finals for years now. And even they would be disappointed.
100%.
So there's like this little thing with me, like a hesitancy. And I would love to see Ches win a comp, right? Yeah. Fuck. Like, there's a part of me that's there's a small bit that
awesome if he wins one.
Despite everything, like despite the hate that I've had for the Roosters because of 13, wants to see the Roosters win a comp for Ches. But I'm reluctant to.
They can fucking win it. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt in my mind they can win it. They're genuine and they deserve. I mean, I'm not sure if they're probably putting them up further than the Warriors because of the roster.
Yeah.
They got big name players.
I don't think they deserve to.
No, they don't. They don't. But they got bigger name. They got Tedesco. They got Tupou. They got Toya. They got Nwanga Nituasi. You got Crichton. You got Lindsay Collins. Fucking Siwa Wong. You know what I mean? Who else? Stacked teams.
Robson, Connor Watson.
Robson, Connor Watson, Spencer Leniu.
Yeah.
It's a fucking Nafahu White. It's
even the Butcher Brothers are going.
It's a joke, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at that and you go, you get your shit together, boys. That's a premiership right there waiting for you. And I think they understand that now.
Yeah.
Right, they're like, okay, well, fucking
Robbo premiership winning coach.
They've got a fucking premiership window there, and it's closing. You want to send Tupou out on a win, right? They tried to do it last year, but they just had a few old dogs there back there last year. Now it's like you got a new wave of young kids. Siwa Wong's arrived. You know, like Angus will probably come back from his injury and he'll be just fucking, he'll go mad. It's his last year in the game.
Yeah, good point.
Do you know what I mean? Like you got Nafahu White, premier fucking prop in the game up there. Lindsay Collins listed the last 3 weeks. They've got it. And then you forget about Robson, who's a world-class 9. I was thinking there watching last week, I was like, who are they missing? Why is Connor Watson at fucking 9? Because you just forget about him.
Robson and Sam Walker. Yeah, we're both missing them.
Right, and they still got to do the
because
job done.
Savala can go to play the halfback when Sam Walker's not there. So they're not premiership proof, but if they lose a premier half, Savala can get the job done.
They got depth.
They can lose Ches or Walker and still be competitive.
They got 25 or 26.
Yeah,
and that's scary. And still now they haven't got any major injuries that you're out for the year.
No, they don't.
Now they got like little nigglings where they can afford to rest Lindsay Collins, give him a bit of a rest.
Yep.
You know, he had a head knock. He's still been out for 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Like, okay, take your time, big boy, because we've got Spencer Leniu and we've got Lefahu White and we've got these, Fakettis and all those sort of other young kids just biting at it, trying to get some time. So and still winning games. So they're sleepers, the Roosters.
Yep.
They get their shit together, start making some noise, then they're going to start to go on a roll.
All right, let's get to the games for the weekend, then get to the team list. Kicking it off tonight. This is a huge game. I am intrigued. I saw the odds at the start of the week, Lukey. I haven't had a chance to refresh because once I looked at the names that are back for both teams, I'm like, fuck, this is going to be close to a coin flip. So let's get to the Panthers. Casey McLean, Isaiah Papali'i, both back in from injury. Casey was quad, Papali'i was concussion. Then you've got Liam Martin, Nathan Cleary, and Isaiah Yeo, all back from Origin. Both teams had the bye last week, so will be fresh and are near full strength. How about this for the Broncos? Walsh, Mam, Reynolds, Haas, Piakura, Paddy Carrigan. Not bad. So 6 huge inclusions. Even Josiah Karapani, they've got back on the wing as well. Billy Walters has played 2 Queensland Cup games. And
he's back. Good on him.
There's been some drama around that as well too, by the way. Lukey.
Why?
I'll tell you after this. Give me the odds.
Well, with Tab, Penrith Panthers favourites, $1.20.
Oh, still the same price.
$4.50 for the Bronx.
Too much.
And the line
mate.
is
That's why.
14.5.
14 I reckon fucking Penrith whoop them good.
Wipe them proper.
Just proper. Just fuck off. Yeah. I think they're done. Broncos are done, mate. This is where you'll see the whole fucking house of cards just fall all the way down.
That's a strong call.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think they got it in them. They've had multiple chances to start the run. Multiple. Look at that team we're just yelling out there. And they're fucking coming third last.
I have not seen this team all year, Mace.
Yeah, I know.
If there is a game,
it's too late.
If there is a game I'm on, am I an idiot for getting on the Broncos in this one?
No, because I'm just done with getting on the Broncos and just let them getting pumped. When they've had everything to play for. I don't want to see them fucking come out now and give it to the Panthers, If you're a fan, like you'd be like, "Oh, you motherfuckers! What
would you
was
say
this?"
we're a chance?
No, because they're done. 3 weeks ago was a chance. I'm like, I was with them. I said, yeah, if any team can make a fucking run, it's Broncos. They're on 14 points. 16 after the bye, maybe.
5 wins.
Yeah, come on. We wanted the Bronx to go back to back. We had them back to back.
Do you know Parra are on 6 wins?
Yes.
So they're below them on the lineup, but they haven't had the bye.
It's fucking, that says a lot, right?
Eels have one more win than the Broncos.
Yeah. That says a lot. Right?
Yeah,
and then I look at Penrith and just go, you are stacked to the fucking brim and you just want to make – everyone's rested. You got for over Origin. You had the week off. They've been probably pampered a little bit and just now it's time. They know how to break the season down. This is what we got 7 games to go.
These two teams hate each other.
Big time.
They won't say shit.
No. This is a hate game. Yeah. So this is where the Panthers know that, I know, this is what I'm trying to get the mindset of Panthers. Like, these fuckers have got nothing to play for. Let's fucking foot on neck and fucking break it. Yeah. That's what it is. Like, it's clean. Like, you nearly want a clean sheet against these blokes.
All right. Can I be the Broncos mentality there? Can we create a little bit of doubt on this Panthers dynasty going into run? Everyone thinks they're unbeatable. They've slipped up a couple of times.
They've got to slip up in them.
But we can go down. We can go down to Sydney and fuck these guys up. Yeah. Keep our season alive. But I think
mathematically,
if they're sometimes you just got to buy into some sort of theme.
You have to.
Broncos can be like, all right, we're just going to fuck it up for everyone else, and they won't. As in, like, they're not going to affect the finals for the Panthers.
But like but
momentum, and they can show the rest of the competition, hey, we've got a full team now. We can go.
You just got to make shit up in your head now. Fuck them. You know what I mean? You're like, God damn, I thought we would have been in the top 8 now. Yeah. Nah, we're third last. So you got to make shit up in your head, and then you're going up against the favourites of the comp. Everybody's stacked. There's not one person out of place in that team. I'm looking at them. They're all in good form. They've all come through Origin pretty good. McLean's coming back, which sucks. Fuck off. It looks awful.
And Mitch Kenny re-signed. Did you see that?
Yeah, Mitch Kenny, good.
Mitch Kenny
re-signed.
Great signing.
2031.
2031. Good.
He's a big part of that fucking team, mate.
Did you see how they did it with the bird watching? Did you watch that video?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
Go show us.
The contract, I'll find it.
What do you do?
Let's get it up.
What does he bird watch?
Mad bird
Have you
watcher.
ever seen him?
No.
That's his pastime. He likes going. He goes into the bushes and
the craziest guys like fucking.
You can tell him.
Mad bird watchers. Fucking lunatics. They need something to just fucking chill them out. That's a huge signing, mate. Mitch Kenny was Mitch Kenny.
When's that animal coming back too?
He must be close.
Because
it was the Dolphins game.
Add that guy in, then it's like game over.
Yeah.
I was like, Tungo's great on the bench too. Billy Phillips.
Yeah, stacked
to the
gills.
To the Johnny Gills. To the Johnny Gills.
How do I rewind it? Hang on.
This is going to be good. They do a good job, Penrith Panthers.
Let me wait it to reset. Loop again.
Track.
Right, watch it again.
Can you start it from the start?
Yeah, I will.
That's good stuff.
How good's that?
Yeah. He seems like a legend. Fuck, I'd love to play with Mitch Kenny.
It was on like SBS. SBS Mitch Kenny bird watching. It was like a really random thing that he went on.
It's a very random thing that he does.
It was on SBS of all channels.
You know, Mitch Kenny's low key my original sort of fucking.
Here we go.
Kurt Donahue.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say that. He's
get out here
been out of sight, out of mind.
Except Mitch Kenny's just an
somebody that you don't know, or
like a little pit bull. Feels a dog would be a pit bull.
I think it started out as a joke, and then you can't joke bird watching. Like, you're either going out looking for birds or you're not. Yeah, I think people did it maybe as like a bit of a piss take to begin with, like a lot of like young guys, kind of maybe myself included. But then once you get out there and start doing it, it's actually so much fun.
This seems like quite a different kind of pastime to what you do professionally.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that at
I'm a
all? Like
psycho.
the kind of stark difference between the two?
Yeah, not that much. Because it's kind of like, it feels like a bit of a joke. Like, I come to training and I tell
Fucking oath
my
it is.
teammates about this, and like we laugh about it because they're like, some of them think it's so stupid. But like, It's not, and they know that deep down as well. And like, I've got mates now who are coming out on walks with me and stuff like that, like teammates. I mean, I'd hate just to be all footy all the time, and that's no good for you either.
Have you got the ad that he did with Victor Radley for that beer festival that they've got coming up?
One of mine, I suppose.
Nah.
What's your favourite?
Anyway, it's good that he's got something like that.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Proper psycho.
It's a great hobby.
Yeah.
A great hobby. Staying active, getting out, walking around.
In nature, man.
Nature.
Yeah.
Just put the phones away too.
Barefoot too.
Put the phones away.
There's plenty of...
great for
He's
him.
down in the Blue Mountains too.
Yeah. There's a lot of birds out there.
Yeah. Great hobby for a Western
work,
Sydney 2031.
2031.
That's a great signing.
He's my OG Donahue, isn't he?
Fucking
I was trying to get him in Origin years ago.
Oh, mate, we've been pumping his thighs up for years. He's been fucking injured at the wrong time.
Nah, it's just because he fucking plays for Penrith. Not enough people give him enough respect, but he's a fucking weapon.
Anyway,
Love him.
Penrith by a fair bit, I think. I think it'll be close.
All right.
And by the back of the second halves, and I just think they're too good.
All right, let's get to Friday. Cronulla Sharks versus Newcastle Knights. This is a fucking good game as well. All right, so Adam Fanua-Blake and Britton Nakota are in the starting lineup. So Britton missed last week. Adam started from the bench. So Billy Burns slides to the bench and Oregon Kafusi. As for the Knights, they welcome back Bradman Best. Tyson Frizzell will start for the youngster who's out in this, Cody Hopwood. He's going to miss this game. And Francis Manu Leilua, he is in for... Oh, I ran into Jacko. Hear about this, Jan. So I ran into Jacko at the game on Sunday.
Yeah.
Was having a chat to him. You know, Jacko, a little bit JC every now and again. But he reckons fucking McEwen did something in like the team walk. Like he tweaked...
Fucking around?
No, I'm not fucking around.
Yeah, he would have been just, like the team walk when you're kicking the ball
Now I'm
and shit
second
like
guessing
that.
myself on this. But anyway, so they only had a 5-man bench on the weekend. Do you know that, Knights?
No.
Yeah, because they didn't account for him because something happened
Okay.
maybe when they arrived to Sydney or whatever.
Sort of, man. He must have been like, when you're just doing those warm-up, like fucking around with the ball or something like
Yeah,
that.
maybe.
You just
So
tweak
Jermaine
your
McEwen's
knee
out.
very easily.
Apologies if that's fake mail, Jacko, but you can correct me.
Yeah, Jacko, get your fucking shit right.
So Fletcher Sharp goes back to 6 because Bradman Best is back. Sandon Smith slides to the bench.
How's
And
Marju's
the odds are this should be a coin flip, Lukey.
We are $1.37 for Cronulla. Not really a coin flip. $3.15 for Newcastle.
What?
How's Gregory Shemenda?
And the line is 8.5.
By the way, if people were confused why Mace is concerned about Greg Marzu's ass, it is because David Fafita kneed it whilst he was on the ball trying to pick up a loose ball that he'd knocked on between him and Kalen. It was so
It's the last thing he expected. It was a 110-kilo Tongan just ramming his knees.
He was just about to look up at KP going, what's going on? That was my ball. And then boots. Big David Fafita over the top.
Are you held?
And then he goes, sorry, bro.
Docs.
Sorry, bro. And you're just like, fucking sorry.
Really?
Stand
Really?
to it, you fucking...
You didn't know I was fucking held, mate?
You see me knocking on
fucking
15 metres away, you fucking
asshole. Oh, look at that.
put a hand on me, you
That's an asshole move. He
Yeah.
come in at 100.
You're 125 kilos.
Fuck
cunt.
off, mate.
Can
You're
run
not-
a 4-4.
You were coming at me with a 4-4 and you fucking hit me in the
You
ass.
thought you were in the NFL combine.
Fuck
You
yeah.
fucking ran straight into my ass.
Fucking instead of stopping, he just dove on his knees. Oh, mate. I looked at that and went, get fucked.
Yeah.
He's going to be so sore. And then the commentators missed him. Went, oh God, I think
No,
he got,
I heard it from the
I think he got
commentary
Greg.
box.
I think he got Greg Marju in the glutes. I'm like, you fucking serious?
I was 200 metres away in the commentary box. I heard it like I was standing right next to him. I was like, ooh, yuck.
You fucking cork on that.
I'll be surprised if he plays Greg.
Oh,
I'll be
he'd
surprised.
be limping. His first couple of runs would be fucked.
I'm expecting Fletcher Hunt on the wing because that was rank.
Yeah.
Why are they 3.15?
That's crazy.
Because Sharks fucking 6-0. Everyone thinks they're unstoppable, you know.
Sharks are streaky as hell too.
Sharks are going to go on
Sharks
a
are
run.
very
Sharks are going to go on a
streaky.
run.
Yeah.
I'm back in the Sharks here.
And Sharks have got a great record against Newcastle from memory.
Yes.
From memory. Yeah, they do well.
Ocean Protect.
They match up well against Newcastle.
Yeah, they're tough. They're gritty. Yeah, they're decent.
Yep.
Hazelton starting? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I didn't like that at the start of the year. They were fucking up their rotation. Where's the Dolph?
Dolph injured his knee or
That sucks
ankle.
because he was on one.
Yeah,
he was going really good, and I reckon he was one of the big catalysts to getting that team back on track.
Agreed.
When they fucking benched Hazelton and
Yep.
then they put him on and they just made Fanua-Blake play a bit better.
Agreed.
Get on the front foot. So I hope, Thomas Hazelton's got his second run at Starn. He needs to understand his role a lot more. And I think he did on the weekend. I think he played one of his best games on the weekend.
Yeah, he did.
It was 66-0, but Big Boy still scored a try, still hit some holes there. Couple of semi-line breaks, you know what I mean? I like that. He's running hard.
If Hazelton's scoring tries, you're getting pumped by Cronulla.
Something wrong with him.
Hey,
something wrong with your team.
Because he's a good try scorer. He went through a streak.
He could go. He's good for 5 a year.
But you get he only scores.
If he's straight through your fucking hey diddle diddle, it's fucking awful under the black dot too.
That means
Salute to the crowd.
That means Blake Brayley's got about 3 or 4 try assists as well. All right. I'm accounting for all that. I feel like the Sharks at home, 6 p.m. game, which is a little bit yuck.
I don't want the Knights to fucking fall off.
Yeah.
I want them just, I don't want them loss. I can give them 2 losses, then they got to.
You're okay with the loss on this one? Are you giving them an L? Did you say the odds for it? $3?
$3.15.
Yeah, I'll give them an L. I just think Cronulla's in one of those places where they're going to get about 4 to 5 games in a row.
Yep.
Set themselves up in the top 4, get beaten the prelim.
All right, Newcastle. Cronulla. They're streaky. They're in a mood.
Fuck, some good games. Sorry, I'm on the next one already.
Yeah, I've got the same game multi. Don't
stop
rush
it, mate. No, I'm not rushing.
I was close to my Friday jam.
Get back. Sorry.
If it wasn't for Laban should have.
Fuck you, Laban.
For me for a 50-1 multi, so I'm close. I'm thereabouts.
I'm going to write you a very nasty email, mate.
You do all this responsibly. If you've only got a little 5 or 10, or not like most people do on these, then you can just write them home with a bit of fun. All right, Sharkies, streaky. Nico Hines running game. Give me Nico Hines. 2 last week, just only need 1 this week. Braden Trindle pulling the strings. I like Nico.
Who's the left side? Who's the left side?
Back rower?
Left side centre. Hero. I reckon they'll be trying to get up because of Trindle's long ball over the top. They'll be in all sorts.
Okay. The only reason I'm staying away from the left edge.
Sorry, but back row or the centre or the fullback. And, they'll because they'll be jamming in and spreading out. They'll be all on different pages. Dom Young, not a good defender.
Mace, I know all this.
Just give you some.
I know, and I thought about it because I wanted the left edge. I'm staying away from the left edge because Dylan Brown is an elite.
Fucking gun. Sorry, elite. Yeah, elite defender.
So he's on that side. That Dom Young hasn't come up with many howlers this year. Dylan Brown, he makes strong decisions. They've got faith in him. Gags can make his one-on-ones. It's a big matchup against Ko Iro as well. So I'm staying away from that edge.
Nice. All right. If the Zhu plays, I think they'll be targeting him.
Yeah.
Him and that fucking left gluteus maximus.
I think it'll be Fletcher Hunt. So I've stayed away from the edges because I've got too much respect for the edges. So I'm going Nico Hines running game, support through the middle, little kick, maybe a deflection, right? Who am I going in the middle?
What, for Cronulla?
Yeah.
Finul Blake?
Oh, yeah. AFB through the middle. I've still got my concerns. It's a smaller, young pack. I know Frizz is in there, but Frizz is,
He's getting on. He can still handle it.
He'll handle it.
Can you, would you look at your winger a little bit sideways if he was out with a corked ass?
Say that again.
Would you be looking at Marju going, you're not playing this week because of the corked ass? Would you be looking at him a bit sideways going, come on, bro?
Not really. This is a different level of cork.
I think he plays, but because of the fact that he's just got a corked ass, right? You can get through it. I think he plays.
Lafiana Kanberrà missed a couple of weeks with the cork.
Yeah, but that's a different sort of winger. Not expecting him to miss that. You see that one I sent you, like with the fucking the little meme with Prince as that's fucking funny. He ain't got enough fucking glute.
Yeah, gotcha.
He's probably got his bone bruise there. Get him in the ass, in the Shaminda.
I'll just quickly finish my multi.
Go on, mate.
Good tangent there. I want runners. I want competitors. Whenever I want that for Newcastle, you know where I'm probably going with this. I want people on ball. I want people offloads. It's going to be ad-lib play. Give me Fletcher Sharp in the 6 jersey. So, I think the edges cancel each other out and they make it really difficult. So I'm going through the middle. I think there's going to be a lot of fatigue put into the game.
I think so. I think
and offloads, all that sort of jam. So
if you have a look at their middles, Tyson Crossland's a good defender. Trey Mooney, they're big boys, but they can speed the ruck up a lot. And I think, because of that 9 that's in there, absolute gun for Cronulla. He's forward, he's middle first thinking. He's always thinking about his middles, getting them tries, then out the back.
Because of the buys and Origin, he's actually been able to, and he only come off the bench, play good. Yeah. He hasn't played much in the last 4 or 5 weeks, so he's going to be relatively fresh too, bro.
He played outstanding last week.
Yep.
Just his running game. Couple of quick play the balls, he's done.
Yep.
Gone.
Let's get to the Roosters versus Melbourne at 8
another
p.m.
cracker.
Yep. But there are a couple of big outs in this one, mate. So no Tedesco for the second week. HIA from Origin, which sees Cody Ramsey will get one more crack at it. Hugo Savala has shuffled to the centres to account for Sam Walker returning. Connor Watson to the bench for Reece Robson. Rob Toya. Now, this is interesting, and we'll come back to it after the odds, mates, because I've got a theory on this. Is on the extended bench. Nat Butcher returns from suspension, so Celeste Fekete reverts to the bench. As for the Storm, 2 huge outs. So Money has got a clean out on his knee. He's going to be out for about 5 to 7.
Shit.
Jerome Hughes, hamstring
5 to 7.
tightness. Hamstring tightness. So Tyron Wishart and Trent Tolau are in the halves.
Yeah.
Moses Leo slots back onto the wing after missing last week with a head knock. So Tui Malatu Brown drops to the bench. And my man, Oren Keeley, off the bench last week, straight into an edge back row spot for the Storm. What are the odds for this one, Lukey?
Sydney Roosters heavy favourites at $1.25. Melbourne Storm with all the injuries $4. The line is
$4.
12.5.
Too much. Wow, I didn't know that Money was out for that long. That is fucked. When did you do that? Last Origin, obviously.
Had
to be. Or was
No.
this just an ongoing little
Manly game, he told us.
Fucking tough.
Yeah.
After.
Prick, isn't he?
So at the start of the show, we opened the show with Munster.
Yep.
And he didn't mention it during the show.
Oh, yeah, no, it's all right. No, I've got confirmation.
No, I'm going to need to ask.
Good man. He's worried about our man Money. I'll text Money and say if I could release that information.
I don't like.
He's all good.
He's great.
Trying to look after our man.
He's a great human, and I just don't like not watching him play because he's such a competitor and a fucking good dude, and he's a gun player. It's a fucking shame to the game that he's out. It sucks. Mark Nwanga brushed World Cup for us and the spring tour for the Wallabies.
I wouldn't say brushed. Japanese rugby, he's on a 3-year deal for $2.1 million.
It's awesome.
Tax-free.
I'd say brush.
Their
not
season
tax-free.
starts in like December or January or something.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's not tax-free, but...
I don't give a fuck. He plays...
Fletch told me it's tax-free, yeah.
Shit.
I didn't know that about Japanese as well.
Japanese?
Shit.
Yeah. Because he
Is
said
that why they all go there?
Craig
Yeah,
Wing.
fucking oth.
Wingy went. He was telling I was like, fuck.
Old
I never knew
Wingwong
that.
went there.
That's not something.
Wingwong played there till he was like 38.
There you go.
Yeah, but
It
how
could just
good's
be
that?
Fletch G up, but I
Who
took
gives
it
a
as the
fuck?
hospital. Yeah.
I don't think it's fucking fully tax-free, but I think it's 15%. But how good's
you
that?
pay income tax if you're in Japan.
You don't?
You do, but it's... foreign athletes who earn money do not usually pay the consumption tax on their...
Yeah, because they pay it for him.
Whatever.
The
He's on a
Japanese
fuckload of
clubs
money.
Pay the tax for him.
He's on a fuckload of money.
So
He's
if they're
playing
on
12
like
games.
800,000, they're getting 800,000, but the contract might be registered at like 1.4 or something. It's like that.
Anyway,
That's what Fletch said.
He's got the bag. He's got the bag. and
So
he's
whatever
running
they're on, basically, they're getting. So it might be getting taxed, but they get taxed down to the point with what they're
it.
getting.
Anyway, he's killing it and
Yeah.
good on him. So he's brushed both.
What about Vlandis is going to do like the separate rule? Like give him like create a new contract so he could play for 2 weeks? For
You know
the
he
Aussie?
should play for?
'Cause
He should play for Fiji in the World Cup for a show. I mean, instead of a show.
Fuck, that'd be awesome.
Him and Kicks.
Yeah.
Kick
Petro.
out, Coruscant,
Yeah,
Buller,
it'd be awesome.
Fainu
He's
brothers.
already played for a show.
Donahue.
He won the fucking,
Fiji would be stacked.
yeah. It'd be more fun. It's
gonna be a fun World
It'd be a
Cup,
fun camp. Oh no, Aussie team looked all right last year. They had some fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Hey, I've got a theory on Rob Toya,
Yeah, what's up?
extended bench. Billy Smith and Hugo Savala this week are fighting for the last centre spot. Thoughts?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that's what Robbo does.
Yeah. Give him
Give him
Bobby
every
a rest.
chance, mate. Yeah, give Bobby,
And
give
then
Bobby
he'll be telling
Toy,
Billy and
Bobby
Savala.
Toy a rest. And
Yep.
just say, oi, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. Give him a rest. He's only young, but he's playing a lot of football and he's fucking making a lot of tackles, a lot of runs. He's only 21 years old, man. He's a young man. Yeah. So these two, that's fuck.
Who would
It
you pick
sucks.
between?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Savala probably because of his was it more like he can play more positions. Versatility, yeah. Billy Smith, yeah, he's a wing. He can play wing, probably fullback and centre. But like Hugo can play all of them plus halves, plus lock, I think.
I feel like they're deciding on potentially. I think they want Savala on the bench because he can cover so much.
Yeah.
And Billy Smith, like I know they love Billy Smith because Billy Smith's been there for years and been through a shitload. I think they're trying to. They're going to attempt to let Billy Smith win a position. But I would go with Savala.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, but I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be hating on it if Billy gets a job.
Both are great options.
And if Hugo just comes off the bench and just has he's the guy that can just play anywhere. So you got guys like Connor Watson play anywhere. You got like Hugo, and then you got look at their bench is stacked. So imagine all those guys. See, they don't fit into fucking 19, does it? When you're talking about the Fickettis and Egan Butchers and Victor Radley's there, fucking Siwa Wong, the back row, Nat Butcher. You got 2 more guys coming back to start. Lindsay and Angus, they're starters. So look what happens to that pack. So he starts in, Spencer comes back, who drops off? Probably Ficchetti or Egan Butcher. Like Lasalu drops off there. And then you got Lindsay coming back. That's why this team will just be coming out and going mental. And I feel sorry for the Storm. They're probably going to get it.
If Roosters are legit, they should cover the start in this game. They should win
put
by
it on, mate.
at least 13 or 14.
Yeah,
right?
I think it should be. Yeah, it'll be ugly, mate.
Even without Teddy, Lindsay Collins, and Angus Crichton, that team with the outs for Storm should.
It's the players that when you know that you're in a premiership window, a premiership year. You got guys like Cody Ramsey, and you got guys like Hugo Savala and Billy Smith and all these other guys, Nafahu White, all that whole forward pack right there, and the benchies. They'll be playing their asses off. You want to be part of that 19. You want to be part, and just say if you're in the you're 20 man in the 20-man squad or the 22-man squad, you're like, I need to be fucking, one man goes down, I'm in. I'm better than that guy. So this is the part of the year where if you're in a great position like the Roosters, they're settling all this shit out. They're like, okay, this guy can be here, this guy can do this. When we're a full deck of cards, that's when you want to be in that 19.
All right, let's get to Saturday, July 18th. This is the Canberra Raiders versus South Sydney.
Oh, my God, still goes.
Another good game.
Great game.
It's a really competitive ladder. We've got a great competition. We do. Ethan Strange and Hudson Young are both back in the starting side, so Dane Laurie and Ata Mariota go back to the bench.
Dane Laurie's a good starter, man. A different energy when he starts.
Yeah. Dane Laurie's fucking...
Fuck, mate. Every game he's played and started, they've won.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know about that.
No, I mean, I think he played
They've
against...
lost a lot of games this year.
No, he started... No. When he started in the middle, when he started at lock, and the couple of times when he's been in the middle, they haven't lost a game.
I don't know about that as well.
Probably don't. I don't know. I don't know about that. But he's played outstanding, and I think
because if he's starting in the middle, they've got heaps of people out. That's my.
Remember, he started at 13, and they look like they're going to win the comp.
No, but here's what's up. You've seen him play there, and he's played awesome. So you're assuming that they won because he's played awesome. But I think they've got beaten.
They would have won that little bit when I was watching.
They won the first.
They scored a try when Mace had the TV on.
He had a mad tip. Go back, check it, mate.
Yeah, all right. We'll check the tape.
Played in the middle. They've been a different team.
Okay, we'll check that. Alex Johnson returns for South Sydney, so Dane Jennings
no confidence,
is out. Jaden Sullivan suffered a head knock, so he's out. But Cody Walker, I ran into Codes too in the tunnels. Come on, bro.
What are you doing, bro? He said to you?
No, I seen him.
Oh.
I go, you back next week? Are you good? And he goes, yeah. And I go, come on, bro. Fuck.
Stop kicking.
And just walked off. All right, so Canberra Raiders versus South Sydney Rabbitohs. Yeah, this is going to be a fun watch. Lukey, what are the odds for this game?
This is more of the coin flip. We've got $1.95 for the Raiders. We have $1.85 for South. And the line is 1.5.
GIO Stadium, Saturday. Yuck.
Ooh,
3
it'll be
p.m.
cold.
Nice. It'll be good conditions, but a little bit cold. Who cares? Get out there. It's a good time, but I'd rather be 3 o'clock than fucking 6.
Yeah. I don't think Jack White has beaten the Rabbitohs
Jack...
yet. He hasn't beaten the Raiders yet, has he?
No, he hasn't got a good record. I think the Raiders go. I've been saying this 3 times this year when they've won, and they're going to go on a run. But this means I think this is it. They can't lose.
Well, they are on the NRL ladder. They're on 12, on 18. They've had 7 wins, and 8th place. The Cowboys have had 10 wins.
Yeah, see, I don't know. They just can't lose, and I just think they know that now. And they've got full deck of cards. Big Papa's back. No, everyone's back. Fucking Stranger's back. Huddy's back. There's no Noel Martin's back. Everybody's back. There's no excuse. Owen Paddy different look now, different sort of player than Starling.
Yeah.
So you got a whole different dynamic.
Noel Martin.
You got a whole,
Did you say Noel Martin?
Yeah, Noel Martin. You got a whole different dynamic in that forward pack, and I think it serves them well. So I'm going Raiders.
It says a lot about how coaches manage the origin period now, when they come out of the origin period and just go refresh, boots. Like Teddy's a difficult one for the Roosters, and we talked about head knocks, which is hard to plan for. Like if you got a head knock, you got a head knock. But the freshen up that they do during the origin period to make a run into the finals, there's a lot of planning that goes. This doesn't happen by accident, does it?
They've been playing good too, the Rabbits, but I think they're beatable.
Yep. All right, I'm on the Raiders as well, so that's going to be reflected in my same game multi. I loved the matchup between the two youngsters, and I wanted to avoid it because of the conversation that we had on the way in here, Mace, around how good Tallis Duncan was last week. But I feel like Simi Sasangi's just on a different level. And when I watch him play...
do you reckon you'll shake him or bake him on the outside?
He's got it all. I don't know how to protect. I don't know how to predict Simi Sasangi because he's done shit this year that I've just been like, wow, how did he come up with that? Yeah. Hudson Young's a little bit more easier to predict. He's just going to be around the ball. There's going to be a bounce. There's going to be a kick. There's going to be an offload. There's going to be an offload. And there's going to be a break. Hudson Young will be there. So Hudson Young at GIO is very favourable for those who like to play anytime try scorers. I was about to
off a kick, off anything. Just be around. He's around all the time.
There's something crazy will happen. Hudson Young will have the ball and you'll put the ball down and you'll fucking bang. What does he do? Like
just smashes it.
Fist it into the ground. And I'm going a bit of a theme this week. I thought he looked likely a couple of times on the weekend off that beautiful shape where the Hubner or Cam Murray, they exchange well together. Keon Kaloma-Tungi.
Been playing outstanding.
He's back to full health.
Yes, you can tell. The leg drive, the post-contact meters.
I like him through
the late offloads.
Late offload.
But they're playing good. I don't like going against the Rabbits, but I just think the desperation. This is desperation times. They're a little bit more desperate than the Rabbits at the moment. They've got to win. They have to win. That's why I'm just going the Raiders. They've got strike everywhere. They just need to just string it together. String about 5 or 6 together.
All right, let's get to the New Zealand Warriors versus the Dragons. Go Media Stadium, 5:35 p.m. Dallin Martinez-Lesniak is back on the wing at the expense of Shans Nickel-Klogstad. Fish and Kurt Capewell also back in this game after they were... Fish is into the starting lineup. I was supposed to highlight Mitch Barnett. Pardon me. Yep. So Mitch Barnett and Kurt Capewell are back after being rested after Origin last week. As for...
Kurt Capewell signed a new deal?
Oh, yeah, Capewell. Yeah, here's another one.
Fucking how old is he?
107.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, he's been around for a minute. You hate Kurt Capewell, eh? Why do you hate Kurt Capewell? When he played in the centres.
How old is he? They have him because he played in the centres and defended okay.
Hey, it says a lot about Kurt Capewell, about the influence he must have on that playing group.
Is he 32?
1 year deal.
1 year deal? Extension?
And born in 93, so he's 33.
Okay, sweet.
When you have guys like Leka Halasima, Jacob Laban, Jackson Ford who can play back row, Eddie Yoromea Tuava that can play back row, and you re-sign Kurt Capewell. He's Murata's off to Newcastle next year.
Oh, done. Okay.
Yep. So Murata's off.
Yep. I understand. He must
be really important in that locker room.
He's the culture that he's created. He's been through some really good systems as well. You know, his Cronulla system and then the Penrith system, Brisbane system, Brisbane system.
Played in the grand final at Brisbane,
and then over to the Warriors,
and then been at the Warriors and got to
Cronulla. He was in the Cronulla fucking system in 2016.
Had a great career.
Yeah, he's fucking successful. So
had a great career.
He just he drives. I think he'd be one of those old boys that just drives everything. Wins most of the fucking
conditioning.
The conditioning where you got the Leckers trying to compete with him. You're trying to get all these. You know, you're trying to beat him in everything. So he just holds the standard up for the fucking youngsters, right? The fish holds the standards up. These guys like that, Barney and that's what they do. That's why you recruit these guys. That's why you get them in your club. So they hold the standards for the young brothers to go, that's the fucking standard right there. James Fisher-Harris, I need to get somewhere near that. If I'm beating him, if I'm going at him at training like Stowell Smith, he'd be going, okay, well, Fish and Barney are the fucking dudes.
Yeah.
If I'm near that,
they're rep players.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm going all right. I'm not too far off.
Yeah. Games are easy.
Yeah, the games can't be too hard when the fucking trainer's harder.
Yeah.
Vaimunga,
good
right?
Shot. Yeah,
fucking going hard against Fish, going hard against like Barney. I'm not too far off.
Yep.
You know, now that's when they come off the field and they're like, we're not losing anything when I come back on. That's the faith that he has. That's the faith that he's got. He's got the coach has faith in Vaimunga and all these benches coming off. Going, I'm not losing anything if I put these guys on.
Yep,
and that's a fucking hard team to beat.
The Dragons, only the one change was a late change for Moses Sully and Tyrell Sloan last game. Now Tyrell's just been named to start on the wing in this game. So Dean Young, he's been rock solid with this lineup.
Got him, man. Give him some reps for
What are the
the
odds for it?
Speaking of rock solid, Tab have the odds at $1.17 for the Warriors, $5 for St. George, and the line 16.5.
Yeah, fuck. Should be. Warriors they're good. They're going to be hard, the Dragons. There's no disrespect there. They're tough. And the Warriors play tough. They'll be there to match them, and it's just going to be the quality at the end of sets. And just through the middle and on the edges, and then the bench and how deep they are, and, fitness levels, all that sort of stuff will come into it. But the Dragons will be there. They're going to compete. But Warriors,
I took the Dragons with the points in a bet against Flex. Just pride, maybe, because I lost that bet with them last time. So we got Bill and Tony's.
Gone are the days, right? Gone are the days where the Warriors let these games go.
Yeah, you're right.
I think they're well and truly over that.
All right, the Bulldogs versus West Tigers. This will be a fun game for another.
That's why I was smirking. I just looked at the
Fuck
schedule.
off, mate.
Sean O'Sullivan has been named in the 6th jersey because Crichton is on the extended bench with Viliami Kickout. So
He was training
those
the
are
other day,
big.
wasn't he?
Who was?
Critter.
Oh, was he? Oh, good.
It's good to see.
Yep. Preston has been named to start after coming off the bench last week. And Naru Tuala missed just the 1 week as well, so he'll be back in the lineup, which sees Bronson Cherry drop out of the squad altogether. As for the Tigers, Hayward will get a start over Josesi Lanyon. Fanui Bolle goes up into the front row for the suspended Bunty Afoa. Therefore, Ethan Roberts comes on to the bench, and named in the extended bench, a couple of players. We already talked about Javon Andrews, but Api Coruscant, he did his peck against the Dragons 2 weeks ago. No way he plays right. If he plays, he's free.
We don't know what sort of damage and at what level the peck fucking, is it a grade fucking 3? Is it off the bone? Is it hanging off the, you know what I mean? Like,
Can't be off the bone.
It's nowhere near off the bone. Even if it's just stretched, you can turn that 2 weeker into season done. World Cup over fucking 8-9 months. So he's playing with fire here, Happy.
Well, Bulldogs $1.48, West Tigers $2.65. The line is 6.5.
We need to fucking get him back for last year or this year. Where they beat us this year, Tigers?
Beat you this year and last year.
And last year, yeah. Fucking get one back. Like, we've got a lot more to play for. Not really.
How's just like the scheduling gods? Like,
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
just
I
no.
know.
I'm
Luai
just
in there with Galvin after all the.
no. I'm just saying, like, the Tigers probably think they're still. All these teams are still thinking they've got a chance. Everyone's going to try and write them off, but you just got to keep fucking winning.
Everyone's a chance against the Bulldogs.
Fuck off. Not the Tigers. 13 plus.
So Luai's had a presser.
Has he?
Yeah.
What's he
Do you
talking
wanna
about?
watch it?
Yeah,
Watch it
so
after?
let's talk about.
Jerome, are you satisfied?
Before any questions, sorry, bro. I'm not here to justify anything or, explain myself on sort of what's happened up until this point. Really, I'm just here to show support towards the club and the decision they've made, and show support to my teammates and my coach as well.
Are you going to be putting this on the screen or something?
We'll see.
How do you do it?
It was a bit of a shock, I'll be honest with you, but
What you talking about?
as a player,
Talking about
As a
the
player,
situation.
our game at this level is a business, and the faster the athlete is able to comprehend that, I think the better understanding they have of where and why these decisions are made. Fully supportive of the club of that, knowing that there's some potential in these guys here, especially in the halves. And without opportunity, those guys can't prosper. And the last thing I wanted to be was a roadblock for another man's success. So, fully supportive of the club, man.
So you're satisfied with the outcome?
Satisfied?
You satisfied with the outcome?
I'm at peace, bro. I'm at peace. And like I said, I understand where the decision
1-0.
came from.
Don't
and
talk to me.
Like I said, I'm here to support that decision and support my coach.
Was it an instant understanding, or did it take some time to kind of, settle for you? Because hearing that news, obviously, you said it was a shock. So was it straight away, or?
I think it's human to sort of feel an emotion and then slowly process it and understand why things happen. I'm a man just like you, bro. So I'm not going to lie, it did take a bit of time to process, but we're all on board now, man, and the thing I want to be is be at my best for the remaining time I'm here, have some fun playing footy with the boys.
Was it tougher to take, Jerome, because of what you've already done for this club and helping pick it up off the campus so far?
Sorry?
Was it tougher knowing that you've helped pick this club up off the campus in the last 18 months or so?
I'm not holding any grudges, bro. My main thing now is just adapt, move on.
Try the best, eh?
I want to enjoy my footy, bro, and that's when I'm at my best. And
he speaks too well.
I want to leave my jersey in a better position than I found it.
Are you enjoying it at the moment?
It's been tough. It's been tough. There's a lot of noise around at the moment, and I think that's the world we live in these days. You know what I mean? Everyone has an opinion, and I think sometimes everyone thinks their opinion's important because it's there for the world to see and hear. I just want to give a shout out to my team, my close ones, and my support network.
He's too fucking smart.
They've been awesome for me.
Has there been a fallout with Benji?
No, I think he explained it perfectly, and I've got the utmost respect for Benji, my coach, for the way he holds himself, and for how much he loves this club and how much he loves this team, bro. So he's been real transparent with me, and we've been able to have tough conversations, and I think that's why I respect him so much, you know. And we're not going to let a business decision get in the way of our relationship.
What's your main focus for the rest of the season then?
Just probably what I touched on before, is win games. That's when everyone enjoys their footy. I'm the same. I've got a job to do as a leader and as captain of this club while I'm still here. Put my best forward, and that's the way I can show the boys that, you know, I'm locked in for the rest of the year.
How would
you reflect?
Say that again. Go back.
It's up to you.
Go back.
You know, I'm locked in for the rest of the year. How would you reflect?
No one cares what I think. It's up to you.
Okay, what do you think?
Do you think, like, have you made a positive impact? Have you enjoyed it?
Press pause. Press pause.
I think people are quick to point the finger and sometimes quick to forget. But
so journos, this is a journos thing, because that someone got a bite out of that. Remember, this happened a couple of years ago. No one cares what I think, and then they think that's a good comeback. So he doesn't have anything prepared for that, and he goes, "I care what you think. What's your opinion?"
Yeah,
I think people are quick to point the finger and sometimes quick to forget.
Well done.
I've enjoyed my time, bro, and I think I've grown in a lot of ways that people haven't seen. So we're not getting wooden spoons here anymore. So you know, that's a tick in that box. But like I said, bro, these last couple of weeks or last couple of months, I just want to put my best foot forward and have some fun with the lads.
Can we still play finals?
Can we?
Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah. I'm asking. You're redlining.
You said
You've
it,
got
bro.
to admit that. And the mathematics is just about impossible.
I'll back you, bro. You said yeah, so I believe we can as well.
I mean, do you feel like
he's too fucking? He's level.
They should not even try and interview him.
I'm not too sure, bro. But what I will say is, if it did affect anyone, you know, me making a call on leaving the club 18 months prior, I'll wear that, bro. I've never shied away from responsibility and accountability, and if it's on me, it's on me. I'll wear that burden. But yeah, like as I said before, the best thing I can do now is put my best foot forward for the lads.
Have you struggled on the field since you got told that they wanted you to move on?
Sorry, go again.
Have you struggled on the field since, like, mentally, since you got told that they wanted you to move on? Has it been harder to get up for games?
Nah, never. And as a pro athlete at this level, it shouldn't be a problem. No one cares how you feel at the end of the day. You got to get out there and do a job. Obviously, we are judged on results, and we haven't had many go our way since then. And that's probably why people are pointing the fingers. But like I said, man, there's no better time than now to put my best foot forward for the lads.
Were you prepared for the possibility that this could occur when you originally signed with
Sorry, go again, bro.
So, were you prepared mentally for this to be a possibility when you originally signed with PNG, that you might leave early?
What do you mean? I made the call?
No, did you prepare yourself mentally? Like, did you think this would be a possibility that you
From
might
Tigers?
Yes.
No, that's why I said it was a bit of a shock, you know. So, and I care about the club. I let the boys know.
That's that young.
What I think I explained why it was a mutual agreement to start with, you know. I got respect for my
Bulldogs
coach.
13 plus.
I respect that there are some young guns waiting to get a crack as well, and I don't want to be a barrier for those guys.
Well, that is a good fit for you for next year.
Para? I'm not at Para yet, bro. I'll answer those questions November 1 or when our season's done, but out of respect for my club and the lads.
Why are they even trying to interview that guy? He's leagues
He
above
has to
everyone
say
else.
shit.
I know, but like, he's like, you know, you see some people get interviewed, they will fucking just have no idea. He's way above these guys.
He'll be a great coach when he finishes. Jerome will be a great coach. He fucking they're getting so much better at media now. You know why? Because I think they consume a lot too.
Fucking, I don't know how to answer it.
Consume.
It's there. The blueprint's there, mate.
Even that stupid question around, oh, no one cares what I think. It's like, well, I replied to you. What's your answer?
No, because they're not even media trained, right? But they've trained themselves. If you want to be fucking good in the media, you just watch. There's so much going around, like circulating throughout the world media, American media, fucking UK, everything. So you can just watch all the best guys answer questions, whether it be podcasts, whether it be like interviews after the game, a full scrum like that. You can just bat it all. Like, it's fucking. He's way ahead of everyone. Most people can't handle that shit, mate.
Tigers 13 plus, Jerome anytime.
Yeah, no. 42-0.
All right, Sunday, July 20th, we've got the Titans versus the Manly Seagulls. I'm very worried about the Bird Gang. I'm worried about Fosball, mate. I'm worried about Fosball. All right, so only one major change for the Titans, and it's not even that major. Just a swap between Lockie Ellis and Jalen de Groot on the six-man bench. As for the Seagulls...
I am de Groot.
Bullimore goes in the starting lineup for Benny Travojevic, who got concussed in last week's game.
Fuck, that was solid, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's again similar. Yeah, he has. He's got a. He might need a couple of weeks, Benny, because he's a really important part for the left edge there for Manly.
I agree.
Jackson Sherb onto the extended bench. What are the odds for this game, Lukey? Not many changes.
$2.40 for the Gold Coast Titans. Manly Seagulls with tab, $1.58. And the line is 4.5.
They're dangerous, Titans.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if the Eagles are a team that it's a top 8 team and can make some noise, they've got to take care of this. They'll take care of business.
Fair.
Got to take care of it. They got to, those last two games, like, you watch those games, you're like, you should have put them to bed, boys. That's fucking 4 points.
They don't need to win 13 plus either. They don't need to win. They just need to win by one.
Yeah, but I'm just saying these two games when I'm like,
they have to win.
Where I watched last week, I'm like, fucking how the fuck are that other team close? How's the Eels close? Then they just go boom, 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 and they end up losing the game. So it's not good, right? You can't be one of those teams who are the flog teams, and then you just go. If you can't go toe to toe with them. That's what semi-final football's about. You're going to lose these tight games. They can't be doing that against lesser sides. So I think Fozzie will be jamming that into their heads. And hopefully that sort of bullshit's out of the way. Origin's out of the way. No more distractions. Let's lock in. Take care of business this week.
It's crazy. They dropped out the 8. They're at 9.
Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah.
See? What if they had won those 2 points, 4 points? Put 4 points on them.
No, just give them 2. The Cowboys game.
Yeah, that was a big game.
No. Cowboys they should have won that.
No, Cowboys, that's a quality team.
No,
the
just
Eels
give
were
them 4
depleted.
anyway. Just give them 4. Where would they be?
They'd be on 24.
They'd
They'd be
on
with
they're on the top 4 before they dropped
they
out.
fucking should. They should have beat the fucking Cowboys. Trust me.
And because Dolphins and Cowboys, Cowboys been, but Dolphins.
Eagles will fucking get them.
How about that for
Let's speak about the Cowboys.
Let's get to this last game. Fuck that game.
All right, fins up. Dolphins versus Cowboys at Suncorp Stadium.
This is the team.
This will be the second best game of the round, in my opinion, outside of tonight's game.
Well, outside the Tigers and Bulldogs. What are you talking about?
After Jerome puts on a show. Actually, I might go 2 tries for Jerome Luai.
In a row consecutive. I say consecutive.
Jose consecutive, did you say?
Yeah.
All right.
Put him in the Jose.
Hamaso Tabuai-Fidow, back. Jack Bostock, back. Selwyn Cobbo, back. So Jake Averillo drops out due to a rib injury. The others will be accounted for with Tavita Nafahu and Trey Fuller. As for the Cowboys, Griffin Neem into the starting lineup.
Mean Green, Griffin Neem.
So Thomas McKayle's missing in this game through delayed concussion symptoms from the game against Manly.
Big collision.
They were going hard.
Big collision.
Yeah.
He come out of some collisions like not just.
What did I say last week? I ended up watching the rest of the game too, the Cowboys versus the Manly game, and it's evident that their focus in the last 3-4 weeks has been physicality and contact, and the Dolphins are about it. And the Dolphins were awful last week. These two teams are going to bash each other.
They're going to smash each other.
They're going to bash each other.
Old Neem goes all right too. Taumalolo, Lukey, Nanai, Cotter. They got some hitters there. Logie,
and the mail is Tom Dearden will play in this game. the mail is he's good to go.
So that's Purdue back to the centres, you reckon?
Yep. Labert to the bench.
Goes to the bench because Braden Burns is holding it down.
Yeah, Burns is holding it down. Chester's holding it down.
BP gun. And this ain't a team full of hitters, is it?
No.
It's an attitude. That's when you look at it and go, what attitude you bring into a game. If you want to fucking hit hard and attack in numbers, it can be done.
Yes.
Right? It can be done by a team that is like the Cowboys. You like Taumalolo's doing it. Like Nanai, they're all going after it, attacking in numbers. You can do it. You don't have to have the best squad of hitters. You don't have to be that. You just got to have a fucking collective mindset of fucking hitting.
Jason Tomalolo does his hitting with running.
Catching some, he knocks out. He
can knock you out by running.
He's knocked out more people with the ball than without. That's what, and that is a fucking testament to how hard that motherfucker runs and how many he just collects names with his shoulders. So this is a big game for Dolphins, man.
Jeremiah's trying to bash people.
Yeah, they're all doing it for the fucking Tongan man, the fucking big number 10. They want to send him out. They know that. Hey, everyone knows like the comp's very, very open.
Well,
let's go on a run. Sorry, what are the odds?
The comp is very open, and this game is $1.62 for the Dolphins, $2.30 for North Queensland.
Disrespectful
and
my Cowboys.
3.5.
All right,
Cowboys.
I'm not confident in this. I'm trying to get my multi to get the Dolphins over. I love both teams.
Right.
So for my Dolphins side of things, I'm going Herbie Farnworth. I think it's a good matchup. Him and our man Tommy Chester. Herbie had
one each.
Herbie had a average poor game. Jesse Raymond did an excellent job on Herbie last week. So
his inside defenders aren't good.
He's too proud to have back-to-back games like that. I think he pumps up. And I'm going to go man Donga, Kurt Donahue. I think off the bench, I think he can have some joy. They do fatigue through the middle in the Cowboys, and there are opportunities. So maybe Kurt Donahue supports through the middle or does a little barge over. And for the Cowboys, he's a Suncorp specialist. In the air, for a back row, he scores a whole heap of tries off, kicks it through the air. Jeremiah Nanai. I'm going Jeremiah Nanai.
Elam Lukey's been quiet for the last month.
Dropped off a little bit, hasn't he?
I think,
Dropped off a little bit.
I wouldn't be surprised if he starts. I think he misses that combination with Dearden.
Yeah.
They were building something really strong there, and then they've just kept going away from him because the Purdue's come in, and Clifford just sort of sticks to that left side. There's no real ball going to him.
And Nanai's back.
And Nanai's back. But when Dearden comes back, you watch his game go to another level. So hopefully Dearden starts or gets some minutes, and then they can. Yeah, that's a scary team. Very scary team because the way it's the brand of footy they're playing. They're fucking smash mouth football. We're going to run straight over him. We're going to bash you with the ball.
Yeah.
Highly complete it. We've got guns at the end of it with Drinky and Labert, Chester, Tauranga, Purdue, and Tommy Dearden, and a forward pack that can hold it down. Scary team.
Can't wait.
Right,
Going to be a good week.
Like 20.
Good Cowboys, a big one.
Yeah. Fucking
Ooh. All right. Can't wait to sit and watch this footy over the weekend. We'll see you back on Monday.
All right. Enjoy footy.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.